Good evening. Welcome back. We're playing something different tonight. Usually do retro computers, but we're doing the MiSTer tonight. I haven't been playing the MiSTer for stream for a while, so good evening all four of you so far. Welcome. How you guys doing tonight? I'm doing good here. Got my cat in my lap again because she realized something was going on, so she had to be here right away, obviously. That's just the way she operates, so... as you see by the wildly spinning thing in the background there, we got the Sega CD tonight on the MiSTer. The MiSTer, I'm pretty sure I've gone over several times now, and I'm hoping to make a video on it as well. But the MiSTer is a FPGA-based emulation platform that emulates the hardware rather than the software. So that allows games and consoles to basically replicate or duplicate it almost one-to-one. And provides a really, really accurate feel to the play. That's the best way to describe it. It feels really good to play. And some distinct advantages over normal software emulation that you can do on a Raspberry Pi, on a computer, etc. So it's become a really exciting retro platform. So for tonight then, we're going to play some Sega CD, which it does emulate really well. And I even have an actual Genesis controller that I got from my Genesis, what do they call it, Genesis Mini? Is it Mini or Classic or whatever the heck they call their mini console. And it actually works beautiful with the MiSTer. It feels like playing a real deal. I will say I normally play on a Super Nintendo style one because I grew up with the SNES and I didn't have much exposure with the Genesis at all, really. No one really where I grew up had one, so I didn't get to play it much. And especially the Sega CD library, I have no clue. I played a little bit on here, messed around with it. I've heard about games, and some of them are really good. Evening, Ted. Welcome. Good morning to you. It's fun to explore consoles I haven't really played much on. And I really... Evening, welcome, or welcome, Dimmy. I really, really enjoy the Sega CD library so far. It's really cool, I think, on everything... I don't know, it's like kind of like a 16-bit... amped, if you will. It uses CD, but it's still very grounded in 16-bit, so there's, of course, your Sonics and all that stuff on here, but we're going to explore a few different games. The thing with this is that, so right now, it's sitting in the BIOS screen of the Sega CD, so if you booted your Sega CD, this is what you would see, so that's what we're looking at right now. And, Evening Vandelay, welcome. And, you would then put in your CD, I'm going to boot the game, we'll do that in a minute here, but, the idea was that it was really grounded in the 16-bit era, because it is, like, I'm not a Sega CD expert by a long shot, so if anyone else knows it better, feel free to chime in, but, the Sega CD was an add-on to the Genesis that plugged in, basically, to two processing powers at the same time, if that makes sense. Genesis doing some of it, the Sega CD is doing some of it, and the storage media, of course, gave it a lot more options to connect, or, full motion video, proper music, etc. So a lot of the Sega CD games are just over-the-top animation, but still grounded in 16-bit, which makes it a really cool and enticing console for me to explore. I love the 16-bit era, and this is kind of like 16-bit just plus. Some games are super cheesy with lots of full-motion video, because like, hey, we got CD-ROM, we got to cram everything in there. But we'll see how that looks. So we do have the action cam making a return as well. We got the kitty right here. She's ready. You ready, kitty? And she's purring, so she's probably ready. So how this works is the MiSTer then has a menu system that allows you to select what you're going to do, and I can even do a reset of the... So this will be a reboot of the Genesis here now, or the Sega CD, and this is like the first boot here. Oops, I gotta pick the right one too. Mega CD. Of course, if it wants to cooperate. For some reason my capture device seems to have a little bit of trouble with the... So here I'm sitting here saying, oh, this works, all works great, until it doesn't. What a great start. Stand by. No signal. Come on, you can do it. It's weird because, there we go. The capture card seems to... So, the thing with the... How this works with the MiSTer... Thanks, I appreciate the setup there. How it works with the MiSTer is that it basically is emulating the device in itself, and it also outputs two things at the same time, which is very beneficial for me. Like you saw in the action cam here, I'm playing on this PVM here, right here. That's what I'm playing on. You can see up here too is the stream capture. So it outputs HDMI and RGB at the same time. So I get to play it on the CRT while you can watch it on the live feed, the capture, if you will, which is they're seeing in the screen. And yeah, the system mangler is here, the Zoe. But yeah, the MiSTer just, I don't know what it is, but the VGA or the HDMI output sometimes on the capture device I have just kind of goes like burp, and that's what you saw there. So I got to do a little quick reset. The RGB output works great. No problem with that at all. And it outputs a native resolution or signal that the device itself. So you switch to another console, it outputs a native RGB from that console. So you get as clear a picture as you can. And this case here is actually using a little trickery to scale as well, to fill in the screen. But people keep adding stuff to the MiSTer. So we're going to start with a game that I just discovered, which I thought was just awesome. Actually, let's start with the one that... so this is basically all the CD-ROM discs then for... And the thing with the Sega CD library is that there's so many like real audio or real CD tracks on here. This will get copyright flag, I almost guarantee you, because there's too many like real. So let's start with Star Wars Rebel Assault here on the Sega CD. And now you press the start button on my nice little Genesis controller. I'm not very good with this one. I prefer the SNES, but I think it was sacrilege to play these games with a Super Nintendo controller, probably, even though I normally do. I'm trying to keep it legit here. I'm not a Sega guy, but let's see on the audio level here, because that's always the tricky part with these things. So the thing with this is that it basically is now emulating everything that is to do with the Sega CD, including load times, you know, glitches, anything you might see is normally what would appear on the Genesis or the Sega CD. Nothing, you know. Look at that speed. This, of course, hey, welcome, Mike. This game, of course, came out on PC, and that's probably where a lot of us have played it, or I've played it. Some I have it somewhere on PC, but you know, a lot of these CD-ROM based games came out for Sega CD and things like that at the same time. Evening, Ozzy. And the problem was, so it's Sega CD, right? It's CD-ROM, like multimedia, cram everything in there. Well, the problem is that there's still a 16-bit console. So it can only do so much. So the video is probably like, if you were to see the original sizes, it's probably like, it's big, because, you know, it can't render the whole image very well. So a lot of times you see them very like this, like pixelated, dithering going on. Yeah, it's bad with the compression and everything. So, again, Sega CD is cool, but it's still grounded in a 16-bit console, right? So this is like an amplified Genesis trying to run this, so there's only so much you can do.
Stay on course, Harris.
Hey, it works and it plays. And it looks, the thing with the MiSTer now, it looks amazing in the RGB monitor. Let's see, I am not good at this game, which is to no one's surprise. So yeah, I'm playing on the real SNES one. So yeah, that's the thing, and it looks all right considering. And if you like, I would have loved the CD or Mega CD, as was called in Europe, where I grew up. Let's see, is there a game option to put this on easy? No. Difficult is normal. Hard, nope. Easy, there we go. That's mine. I tried this the other day just to test it and make sure it worked, and I was not doing very well at it. I guarantee you all this audio is Star Wars. Yeah. SNES, yep. That's... I'm not getting ashamed to say I probably prefer the SNES to Super Nintendo. That is what I grew up with. So in Europe, the Genesis or Mega Drive, this was called there, was not very big. I didn't know really anyone close to me that had one at all. In a small town I grew up in. So when I go to my cousin's place, we rented Genesis one time, and I thought that was just like amazing. We played like Toe Jam and Earl. Oh, I called it a SNES controller. Sorry. Yeah, I have an 8-bit other one as well, and I do have an arcade stick here that I got recently, as well, so I can play some of the arcade games. The cool thing with the MiSTer, I have all of them plugged in at the same time. They all can just work fine. Flight training. Let's crash. If you're not familiar with Rebel Assault, it's of course a game that kind of uses full motion video background a lot. So that was the whole thing. I think the Rebel Assault on PC, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it literally just runs off the CD. Alright, let's just see here. Whoops, I have inverted controls. That's going to be Can I change that? Control, set to pad, set to flight. Thank you very much. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can avoid crashing. Nope, we cannot. Janky controls. See, if I blame the controls now, you'll believe me when I horrendously crash. Yeah, as soon as all the Star Wars music plays, like when we played the 3DFX stream and had the, John Williams full soundtrack, and you can't play Star Wars without the music. Yeah, I got a copyright mark on that right away, which is fine. I'm not making money on these things, so... Where I learned to fly? 7-Eleven? No. Oh. It's hard to describe how janky the controls are. Because you gotta, like, lay down and bank, if that makes sense. It's fine, it's fine. Oh, sorry. Didn't alive. Didn't survive. Yeah, so... Does Rebel Assault on PC support joystick? I don't think I even remember. Or if it's just a mouse thing. Alright, now we have it set right here. We're gonna try again. It's like, I expect to just tap left to go left, right? But I have to, like, lay down a ship and then, like, pull up on the stick to bank, which makes sense, right? But it keeps pulling that way, so it feels really janky. But I mean, yeah, it feels like it's kind of rough graphics, but at the same time, you know what? This is impressive for the era. You gotta remember... I'm fuzzy on my history now, because the Sega CD then came out, kind of before the PlayStation 1, right? PS1 is really what set off, to me, the CD-ROM multimedia generation of home consoles. I mean, give what you want about the PS1, but it did really game change everything when it comes to that. I'm trying to look at chat. I'm trying to not crash into the canyon wall here if I can avoid it. Some of these games are a lot more involved than, a lot of the games I play on PC normally. Bank, bank, bank. Whoop. We're doing better. We're doing better. I think my cousin had Rebel Assault 2, and that was my first experience with this, actually. I didn't play Rebel Assault 1 at all. It's weird. I don't want to be like that, but man, the controller just doesn't feel super great, so... Okay, I worked with... That's very dangerous to spaceships, yeah. Welcome, Ethan. We're playing Sega CD, as you may have seen or heard there, and we're playing Rebel Assault for starters, so... And I'm doing... kinda. Alright, now I gotta figure out how to shoot. Choop, choop, choop. I don't know what I'm doing. I should probably listen to it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of shooting them, I guess. There we go. 25 points. And I think, if anyone's played this on PC, and I probably should try it. I am assuming it looks a lot better. It's funny, I have it, I think. I bought it a lot or something. Or I have two for sure. I actually don't know if I have Rebel Assault 1. I think I bought it because I feel like I already have two. It's an easy one to complete, right? If you have two, then just buy one and you're done. But there we go. That is interesting. Look at these graphics. Again, remember this is running on a souped-up Genesis, right? So it may be easy to make the parallel to say, well, CD. So it's it's your PS1 and Saturn stuff. But this was before that, so it's just kind of like. Before Saturn came out, Sega was like, hey, we need to enhance the Genesis using CD because the CD is a new thing and you need it. Which, when you play some of the 2D games on here, that makes a much better sell. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. At least I'm not explodinating as much here, so that's good. But it's choppy too, and yeah, probably a suboptimal experience. But still, I mean, it looks alright. It's just very, very, grainy and like porridge, I suppose. Don't know where I'm going. Can I fly here? Yes, I can. Makes me like get all Total Annihilation vibes here, seeing the terrain.
Well done, Rookie One. It looks like you've earned yourself an A-wing.
Ooh, I earned myself an A-wing. You won't play this too far, because, I mean, there's a lot of other interesting games on Sega CD. And I think it's still fun to experience this, just to see a multimedia-based games. There are much more multimedia-heavy games, obviously, but some of my favorite games on this console are the 2D ones.
Rookie 1, this is Commander Farrell. Report in.
Looks great.
Standing by, Commander. All right.
And that's the thing with the, I keep bringing up the MiSTer, obviously, is just, if you think about it, the MiSTer is a really good device to experience a lot of these consoles that you can buy a Sega CD today, and that's super expensive. You're probably paying like, you know, 150 to 200, I'm guessing, which sounds like a lot, but that's just what retro things go for. At least when I look around. The problem is the notoriously bad caps in them, so they have to be recapped, basically. Whoa! And this time's a lot smoother. Excuse me. Can I, whine and complain a little bit that the Genesis pad is kind of hurting my thumb a little bit? It just doesn't sit as well as the Super Nintendo one. Sorry. I think it's one of these games you just kind of do a little better each time and you get further. I just can't see. Ah. It's a rail shooter, right, when it comes down to it. Can I shoot my own guy there? Yeah, well, I'm gonna explode nade here soon. Hi, Cap. You done? Alright, she's done. Come on. You mean the MMO or the, oops. That's fine. That's how this ended, right? I remember this. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if this ever came in out an arcade or something, but it feels like it would be perfect for arcade. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to clear them that fast, or... I don't even know what's hitting me right now. Right? Is that one hitting me? Yep, it did. This is easy. But it's one of these games that, you know, think about it, this section is probably not that long. Yeah, I played a little bit of Old Republic, which is then the or Star Wars MMO he's talking about here, for anyone uninitiated, but I didn't get very far because I only played the free version, and I think I was just MMO'd out at the time. I wanted to like it, but it just didn't get that far. Which I don't think I'm going to get that far in this game. Because there are a lot of other games that are really good on this platform. It's just one of these games you probably just get a little better, learn where all the things are, slowly but surely you progress. What's even hitting me? I don't know if I'm supposed to dodge the actual brown ones too, or what? Yeah, I think that's pretty much giving them a good resurgence of players, right, to go up free, but... I'm not sure if that was enough to keep it... I mean, it's doing pretty well, right, compared to when it was paid. Only. Because it launched as a $15.99 game only, right? Which makes sense. It was, you know... WoW with Star Wars, I guess, if I'm going to oversimplify it, or maybe I'm just offending someone now. That's the way I remember it. Oh, and I see. So when the red arrows come, I need to dodge that. Yeah, it's just, I do love MMOs. I mean, I have many fond memories of playing MMOs, but there are two things. So I need to dodge when the brown things come. Don't hit the rocks. Got it. There we go. Ow. It's really slow, too. Oh, I made it through. Not bad, Rookie 1. No one died 2 times. I can't do a barrel roll. There's actually a game on here, and I can't remember what it's called now, but it's very Star Foxy. We'll see if we play that later, too. If you guys know specific Sega Genesis, or Sega CD games, feel free to throw them out. I'm willing to try just about anything, so... Target accuracy 58%. Not bad, Rookie 1. You suck. But I do have fond memories of playing MMOs. Had a lot of fun, but it's hard for the time commitment. It's designed to pull you in and grind, right? And that's fine. That can be really relaxing and fun, but after a while, it's just huge time sink, and that's kind of what it's designed to be, so... That's cool. I mean, the thing that, if you would have bought this game, kind of know what to expect, right? It's just the same over and over, and I think this game was re-released on limited run games recently for Sega CD. You could buy the reprint of it. As freaking of the audio compression, you actually change what chip is being used here, since you can emulate different Genesis models. I can actually pick if I go in and look at the settings here, I can actually decide which FM chip I'm synthesizing. I can also do filter CD audio, Model 1 filtering, and you can do that on the fly. Question is if you're going to feel any difference, but you know, they want to have the accuracy. It was the whole point with the MiSTer project, is to have it as accurate as possible to the original system. And they keep adding and modifying and making it better too. Like, they'll rewrite something like, oh hey, we figured out how to do, you know, this thing with the scaler, okay? And they throw it out and now that's available. So this is what they call 5x scaling. And I can show what I mean real quick because I can change the settings on the fly. What the 5x is, this is like the exact pixel by pixel size. What they figured out is if you do a 5x scale, it fills the screen without cutting off very little. And it makes sense, and you still get a very nice, clean, crisp scaling going on without losing too much data, and it's kind of the best compromise for 1080p, which is what I'm streaming in here. And they just rolled that out. Someone suggested it. I think the Bob from Retro RGB was just asking about it, and then the MiSTer developers like, yeah, and they rolled it out to all the cores, and now you have it. That was over the course of a couple of weeks, so... there's a Atari Lynx core coming out here for the MiSTer, I think, in the next few weeks, so that's pretty cool. They're working on the PS1 and the Saturn core now as well. This device is getting better. I'm still thinking it's the most exciting retro development in recent years. I don't know why this is easier. I have a better time here. Maybe my one guy will last longer. It is one of those games you do a little better each time, right? And you get a little further and a little further. And I do remember many games like this that had that progression where you just make it a little further every time, and arcadey, quick pick up and play, but not gonna say that the graphics are that impressive now, especially, you know, yeah, full motion video is only so good on here, and you notice a lot of times with, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's not fine. Wow, I made it through, holy cows. Yes, I will let the intro play on Sonic CD. Maybe we'll do that next. I'm not very good at Sonic, I'll warn you right away, but I can appreciate the brilliance of Sonic CD, for sure. The intro is amazing. There's another game I found an intro for here that we'll watch as well, but probably the single most metal soundtrack I've ever heard, so... You mean Windows 95 version of Sonic CD, or Rebel Assault? Because the Rebel Assault was DOS, I think, right? But then Sonic CD, I actually have the PC version. I haven't tried it even. I've only played it on Sega CD on the MiSTer. I played it on RetroPie as well. RetroPie can do Sonic CD or Sega CD really well, actually. I'm guessing owing to the roots being 16-bit. Heck, some of the animations. Okay, I actually have that on. I should see what area is moving there. The sad thing is too, and what I can do, if you're really glutton for punishment, is I can do this. That blends the image to look like composite. This is what the thing with the Genesis was that it used, so the dithering, I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but they could not do transparency. So they used dithering, which is like alternating pixels, to produce a mesh effect that would composite blend to make it look see-through. So they expected that, because most people back in the day used composite. Now when you disable that, and just run it off, you get the raw video out, and that cannot do that dither blending, so you get just very, that's why you see so many dots in the video, if that makes sense. That's why it's so grainy. Raw Genesis and Sega CD output is going to be very like pixelated like that, and that, you know, like this. Normally the colors would blend, you get kind of a color palette switch because of that, which is cool, but I just like sharp. I want to be able to cut myself on the pixels, and this looks better. And on the PVM as well, it's the same kind of graininess. It's not blurry at all because it's so sharp because of the RGB output. So I'm sure something interesting happening in the story here now. I just want to see if I can get, you know, am I gonna run out of my one guy now? Look at this video. It is very heavy compression because it can only fit so much. Like, even if the CD format itself can store a lot of data, the Sega CD can't handle it. So, you know. Oh, better put my swig of vodka down there before I go flying. It's very well, not interactive, but it's like... Oh, we're having... Oh. I'm still having excellent connection on the stream, so... Stream health is excellent, still running, so... it was like a couple times ago when we had the problem was my internet, if you guys didn't happen to catch that last time, but yeah, it was my internet was crapping out. Oh my goodness. There you go, you flew through a canyon. Now it's time to install the Star Destroyer. Good luck! We're gonna die! It's the Star Wars experience, you know? Boy, if one X-Wing can take out this much... I think it slows down the more I shoot, yeah. It speeds up now, and then slow down, slow down, slow down. We'll do a little bit more on switch here, because yeah, I'm not... There we go, now we're fighting TIE fighters. They'll probably shoot me down here in quick order. It's interesting, because I just... Not having grown up with the Genesis, it's funny how much the controller kind of hurts my thumb. It just... Super Nintendo 1 sits better in my hands, so... Hey Christopher, welcome. We're playing Sega CD on the MiSTer. Mixed success here, me trying to play Rebel Assault. Trying to take out the that's the deflectors, right? I think so. On the Star Destroyers. I'm totally getting copyright removal for this video for the Star Wars music here. Can't hold it either, so I gotta like just keep... Can I take out the... Oh, it's really struggling now. Yes, let's go on the side where all the turrets are. Sorry, turbo lasers. They're turbo. It was the 80s and everything was turbo. Oh, shield generators. Yeah, there you go. See, I'm fairly up on Star Wars stuff, but I don't think I could be an expert by a long shot, considering how much lore there is to it, so... Yeah, it's for education purpose, and it's fun, too, because I don't really care. I'm not monetized, so it doesn't really matter. And I think the content ID is actually not a bad thing, because it allows me to do things like this and not just have the entire video removed, you know? If they want to make money on the licensing, then that's fine. That they own it, so they can do that. But I can still do my video. I'm not expecting to, you know, make money on it. That's fair. Boy, that thing is taking a lot of punch. Yeah, I wouldn't, PC version is pretty good, huh? I mean, it's impressive they were able to cram this on this console to begin with, but I don't think that that's the prime target for it, if you will. We'll switch to a 2D game, or we'll do Sonic CD next, because that really is a great showcase for the platform. Unfortunately, you'll see how horrible I am in Sonic. I mean, don't expect me to be good at any of these games, I'm just saying. I've never really played much Sega CD, and I've been enjoying it greatly, experiencing the library. Like, I think it's a really neat console, being that kind of 16-bit thing. So again, think about this like being run on... How much does this thing take? So I have to keep making passes on this thing then, I assume. Oh. I have nothing else, I just... Yeah, it's not fast. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to show FPS on this thing. That I haven't added that or anything, but theoretically then, it plays... That's the whole point with the MiSTer, right, is accuracy. So, is every core super accurate? No, they do some shortcuts here and there to make things work, and that's fine, but in general, they're going to play like they play on original, and I have a feeling that will be playing like this speed. Like here, it's pretty fast, because it's not rendering that much, but it's not super fast. One thing that's gotten really exciting is they've done some hacking, especially on the SNES side. They have figured out how to take the SA1 chip, which is one of the later like enhancement chips, like the Super FX, that they have figured out how to patch that into older games, and it was one of the last like enhancement chips, because Super FX chip And I'm gonna butcher this as far as like Super Nintendo goes, but Super Nintendo is not powerful at all by itself. It's not very fast. So a lot of games used an enhancement chip on the cartridge, like the Super FX chip. The last one of those chips is the SA1 chip, and it's like much faster and stronger than the Super Nintendo itself. So what they figured out is if you patch the code for those games and like rewrite the games, they can actually utilize the SA1 chip. So Gradius 3, for example, that is extremely slow when you play some of the like bubble levels, is now running at basically full speed, 60 FPS, and it's almost hard to play. Super Mario World can play it much faster. And I think they just figured out the acceleration chip that's in some of the later Genesis games can be done similarly, but they haven't figured out to do it exactly yet. That can actually work to enhance. Alright, Torpedo's arm. Come on, can I... Oh. Hey, Suka, welcome. We're playing, I think we're done with this game now. We're gonna reject and eject the CD. Reset and eject. Now we're back in the menu here. Playing Sega CD games. Turn it down. That game was pretty loud, or very quiet. So we're going to play something that's more familiar now, probably, which is Sonic CD on the Sega CD. So we have... There's a lot of games on here. I've kind of grabbed a good pack that has a lot of them. I mean, I own all these. Don't ask me. So this is Sonic CD, and we'll let the intro play, because it is awesome. Playing on a USB Genesis controller for authenticity. Which this one I believe has zero lag. There's a guy who did lag testing on all the typical like USB controllers, and I believe this one has virtually zero lag. So it is like playing on the real deal. Now we get into the more showcase for this, right? And I think that this one ends up on one of the top. Every time you look at a top list for Sega CD, then Sonic CD, for Sega CD, Sonic CD is going to come up. I don't know if it has a packing game or anything, but yep, we will play Snatcher. I'm not. We gotta watch this intro here too, but I'm not sure how far we'll get in Snatcher. But it's probably one of the top games on the platform as well. Snatcher, for those not familiar, like Sukar just brought up, is Hideo Kojima, one of his earlier games. And I think it was released, there was like a Police Knots, and then Snatcher is a sequel. I think it was released on other like PC platforms in Japan. But this is what the Sega CD allowed, right? Like, this video looks better, but also it's shrunk down. If I was a kid and I had this would be all like, you know, to see this in a console. Never, you can't shut me up. I don't know if it was on there or not. I think it's really awesome that they put this on... Not put this, but the Sonic Mania, the kind of spiritual successor to all these, made by a lot of the fans, also made a full hand-drawn animation intro, which is a cool kickback to this game. Got it, you're Sonic. And you got to defeat Eggman. What you're seeing in the top left corner there... Yep, that's demonetization, for sure. What you're seeing in the top left corner is the resolution switching. And you can disable that in the MiSTer, but it's nice to know what resolution is running. You don't see it because it's cut off because of 1080p, like there. What's happening now is resolution switch is happening. But here we go, here's Sonic. Make sure audio levels are okay. Yeah, look alright. And now you get to see me playing Sonic poorly. And if you have played this, you might be frustrated like I don't know all the secrets. Now, I'm hoping not a lot of people have played. Here it comes. Woo! Sega CD power! I'm hoping a lot of people haven't played this version, so they can't see all the mistakes I'm doing. I'll play Sonic 2, I'm sure people have a lot of opinions about it, but... That's the problem with Sonic for me, always is getting used to it. And that's probably, again, sacrilege saying that, struggling quite a bit there, but... Bonus level now already. Sure! Yeah, that's not happening. Playing good. Probably not. Is this a bonus level? I don't know where I am. Oh, I think you get those little flag things, and it says, like, past and future, and it lets you go to different points in the timeline or something. It's complicated. This is... Herald is one of the better, like, Sonic games because of the... It's more of everything. Like, it's Sonic 2 even more kind of thing. Ow. And the problem I had, I never could commit playing Sonic to go, you know, the speed, because I want the Mario turn, like... Sonic has momentum, and that always throws me off, right? But, I mean, if you like Sonic, this is Sonic. Straight up and down. A lot of it. A lot of exploration in this one, I believe. I think they went heavier on exploration versus just finish level, so. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, that's the thing. I never played Sega CD-ROM at all. I played it a little bit on RetroPie, emulating it. But then when I got the MiSTer, which does the Sega CD just wonderful justice, especially being able to play it on the CRT like this. And for a reminder, let's go to Action Cam. So I'm playing it on the PVM over here. You can see it's kind of keeping up. But yeah, I don't know anything about this game beyond just having played a little bit. So whoa. Which is why, again, I'm saying I'm not very good at this, but... Ow. Alright, I can fail twice as fast now. That's awesome music. That's the thing that you get with the Sega CD is all the fantastic extra audio. Some of these games have really good audio, because, again, it becomes like a 16-bit, like, just powerhouse in that sense. Yes, I have an action cam, of course. I think Ted was calling it a scratch cam, which is more accurate, but... Oh, nice. The Nomad is really really cool. I'd like to check it out. I think... I know someone who has one. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. I've never really seen one. I don't think it was even sold in Europe. Someone correct me on that one. But a bit of my experience when I was a kid, right? I grew up in Europe, so I had almost no exposure to Genesis. Sorry, Mega Drive, as it was called there. Really good music in this one. Up and A to power up your figure 8 dash. Oh. It's really good music. That's what they went for. Like, this is where I like the Sega CD. It really holds up well. The 60-bit plus games, if you will. Oh, wow, nice. That's helpful. Thank you for the tip. As said, I have really not played this at all, except just testing. And I have a feeling if it's one classic Sonic game you should play besides Sonic 2, which I know is kind of the one that everyone likes, it will be this one, as I understand. Oh no, boss time. Hey! Ah, cool, bro. I'm doing something wrong. Fine, we'll just brute force it. No, I have one ring. I'm good. And that always threw me off, too, with how the rings worked, so... Yeah, I haven't really played Sonic & Knuckles either, or Sonic 3, honestly, much, so... Ah, I see. So... How was it in the, how was the Genesis then in Australia? Yeah, I made it. Brute force, it's fine. Huh. So it actually supports... It uses MIDI? On the, on PC? I should really try it. Yeah, I paused the game if you were wondering, so... That's why it froze her, sorry. Oh, hello, Amy. It's a lot of... Oh, there we go. Oh, no! Metal Sonic! The, Sonic roster is pretty convoluted by now, I think, but... That was really cool, though. Great music. Again, that's where I think the Sega CD really shines, when they just commit to the 16-bit side of things and just enhance it, like, right? Because I don't think the Sega CD gives it a lot of extra horsepower, technically. It's most of the CD-ROM media, more than anything, right? Oops. That's not working. Ooh, spikes everywhere. I'm doing something wrong here. Ah! There we go. I don't know where I'm landing, but... Complicated. I think that's always threw me off. With Mario, you can kind of slow and predictable and steady wins the race kind of thing sometimes. This game is like, you gotta commit to the momentum and learn where things are, and that wasn't my playstyle. Again, that I didn't have access to a lot of it, so... Woo! Oh, okay, so Brazil had a big Mega Drive market then. Was it called the Mega Drive or Genesis in Brazil as well? Because I'm always curious on different markets. I know the reason, as I understand it, the Genesis was big in the US was that it beat, you know, Nintendo to the market on the Super Nintendo side. So they were out first of 16-bit, and that's kind of gave them a lot of extra momentum to carry over. And the music is awesome. Whoa! So much exploration, where to go. I'm almost curious in different territories how popular it was, because I didn't know anyone with a Genesis, or sorry, Mega Drive, growing up. Everyone had a Super Nintendo or Nintendo. Or, I'd say, there was Commodore land, so Amiga was really big. Oh, okay, so they was, like, sold by someone else besides Sega. Because they had Sega of Europe, but it's just Nintendo, especially where I grew up in Sweden, they were really just... Let's see, up and... There we go. They signed so many like special agreements with industries and things, and it really just brute forced their deployment of the NES or Nintendo in the 8-bit Nintendo. Had a huge market share in Sweden. So the Genesis, I keep saying Genesis, Mega Drive was around, but it certainly wasn't nearly as popular as Nintendo's offerings. So. But so this is a really good Sonic game. I'm gonna switch to something different here in a second. One game that I really actually enjoy, which I actually found myself was decent at, so we'll switch to that here shortly. That also has a phenomenal soundtrack, beyond what I was expecting. Whoa! There's a lot of things happening here. I don't know what's going on, but it's probably good. I think going in blind into Sonic games, I'm so flipping confused because there's so many things going on. I'm struggling a bit there too. And, I mean, if you like Sonic, and you haven't checked out Sonic Mania, probably owe it to yourself to do that, because it is a really, really good reimagining of Sonic for modern era. Oh, okay. So they had to, that's right, Brazil has pretty restricted, like, import laws and things like that, don't they? I know that, I think you mentioned that, but it's, makes things like that challenging or expensive, and why some consoles stay around longer and things like that. Seems bad. So this is the future then that's gone bad because I screwed up. That's fine. This seems fine. I mean... Not that, but ow. Ooh, I'm above the level. Nice. I did something. Yes, I understand it. It's like it stinks when... Whoa, he's spinning now. I think that's what's so difficult for me with Sonic, is that you have to kind of know the level on where to go, right? So first playthrough is always going to be very rough, because you don't know where all the things are, and that's the whole point of exploring it, and etc., but it makes it hard to play if you don't play it a lot. Oh, come on. So it's good Sonic. Ow. There we go. So say whatever he... there we go. Yeah. Yeah, there was almost no, like, bootleg in Sweden. It was all, like, because Nintendo was really... I mean, they were everywhere. So, alright, we're going to switch to another game that I really, really like. Called Lords of Thunder. And you'll see why it's called that, because it is the most metal game I've ever played. We're going to listen to the music, and you'll see why. It's like, this music. See if I can get the volume right here, because you gotta listen to this. Yeah, there is as well. I think it's like, it's literally called Dungeon something. I think I saw on the list there, but this is metal. It gets better too. This game, I don't know how they pulled this off, but this entire game has a, like, fully recorded, like, I don't know, Iron Maiden-esque soundtrack. The whole thing. It's amazing. And it's like a side-scrolling shooter that's really good. But the music is just, like, this super metal all the way through. And it's like the entire intro of this game is just awesome. Alright. There you go, nice. Alright. I'll see you in a bit then if you're back, so... The old backstory with metal going on still. Okay, I'll wait a little bit for Snatcher. I turned it up a little bit on purpose here because the music here is just so great. There's some story here. Yeah, bad guy took over, blah blah blah, defeat them, not a big deal. But after that comes an intro that is basically like an Iron Maiden cover, animated almost. I just have to see it. And just ridiculous. I don't know any other game that goes so heavy into the metal side. It's very fantasy, you know, heavy fantasy. Yeah, Snatcher, it's real good. We'll visit that later, but yeah, again, Hideo Kojima. Imagine like Hideo Kojima, who is the creator of the Metal Gear Solid series, making a 2D Blade Runner. Yeah. Will Duran be able to stop the Garuda Empire, the resurrection of Deoric? Wait for this intro to come. This is what really seals this game. Whenever it starts. We're just gonna listen. It's just so cheesy. It's so over the top. I love it. This is where it shines, I think. The Sega CD, when you go all in on the 2D animation sprites and that kind of stuff, and then enhance it with the soundtrack. That's where I think it really shines. And those sort of games that I really enjoy on this one. You know, Rebel Assault is cool as FMV, and there's a lot of FMV games, but yeah, it's really good to see. It's normal, okay. I was blown away by how epic it is. Let's see, where did I start last time? I think I did this one first. The metal music continues throughout the entire game. The one thing that's a little sad with this one is that the sound effect, as it's a side-scrolling shooter, and as you level up, I think I start with the wind armor. That was pretty good. I'll start with fire armor.
May I help you?
You can buy upgrades here in the beginning. I think only have 300. We're gonna buy magic gem. There we go. It increases your power. Thank you. When you power up the spells, if you will, as the shooting going on, unfortunately it gets very noisy after a while, which is unfortunate. Like the max power up gets super noisy. You got a sword and it's actually a really good side-scrolling shooter. There, we just annihilated that guy. So what it does is, it's a lot going on right now. We pick up gems to use in the store later, and the little orbs are your weapon upgrades, and also your hit points. So there we go. Now we'll see. Let me know if this is too grating or loud, because a lot of these spells now get really loud and obnoxious as you upgrade them. My cat, can I have my hand? But it's a really solid side-scrolling shooter. Uh-oh. And again, the metal theme just prevails through the entire game. But I mentioned several times, but this is where I think that this really shines, because you can get all this. Here we go. Now it's starting to sound very loud and annoying. So let me know if that's too loud. I'll turn it down. But it's unfortunate because the rest of the game is really cool, but then you get this very loud spell effect here now. Basically turns into a flamethrower. Yeah, here we go. I have a flamethrower now, which makes a lot of noise. Okay, cool. I just noticed as I was test playing this, and I got caught and I liked it so much, but I'm a fan of shmups, or scrolling shoot 'em ups. It was just really good. Plays really solid. It's got a good difficulty curve. And if you have an opportunity to either emulate or play, you know, Sega CD, I would highly encourage checking this out. But Lord of Thunder. Ow. Took a hit there. So yeah, you have power-ups. Just you pick your armor for each level, and then you have different levels, different themes. A lot of cool stuff going on. It's one of these games I, probably could keep playing until I beat it at some point, because it's so enjoyable to play, and it plays very well. It feels like it's fair. I do have to memorize some of the levels. They all follow a sort of pattern. You can tackle them in any order you want, and different armors are, of course, good for different levels. Oh. And he kind of farts away there. I think it's a boss now, and I don't have much in the way of... Let's see how this goes. I remember this guy's attack pattern. Nice to have the flamethrower here, but I do not. A lot of the bosses aren't that bad. I say that, of course, as I get hit immediately. And get hit immediately. This is not going to go well. I think I remember this guy's pattern. I know the pattern, I just got to, execute on it. You get a nice little metal. Oh. Ah, I took that hit. I only have one more hit now. Whoa. And you can enable cheats and stuff like that on MiSTer if you're so inclined, of course. No! No! He almost sounded like Homer there. Immediate game over? Jeez. I don't know if the continue begins. Yeah. Let's do the wind armor.
May I help you?
Okay, so you get to keep your cash, so that's nice. So we'll upgrade that. Put a barrier on. Some bombs. There we go. Now we're better equipped to take this on. Okay, that's max. There we go. Now we're maxed out. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Ethan. Have a good one. Thank you. Now we're loaded up on the first one. That's nice. It's almost like a roguelite there. You can use the cash you earn. So now we got full power. Let me know if this one is annoying, because this is even louder. It's one of these games, like most shmups, is that you need, you know, the full power-ups. As soon as you lose all the power-ups, you're really screwed. At least this one, you progressively lose your power-ups, right? So if you get hit, you lose a little bit of your health, which means you lose part of the power-up, but you don't lose everything, which is nice. You can recover. Looking at you, Gradius, where you die one time and you're just screwed. All those Konami games. Gradius was Konami, I think, right? So yeah, basically, that's a good way to describe it. A little bit of everything. It's a really good, cool shooter. I understand why. Just want to. Do you see the waterfall right now? This is the blending effect that the Genesis cannot do if it's not in composite mode. If I do switch it into composite blend, turn it on, you see that, yes, it gets super blurry, but it uses that pixelated checkerboard to actually filter it. That's what the Genesis expected to do. You can do in between, where it just adaptively does that on places that it assumes it's needed. So you can do that, but I kind of prefer the pure RGB output, so. Okay. Is my voice too loud for you, or is somebody just maybe talking too close to the microphone, so I can go up even more then. Yeah, I don't want the game audio to be too loud, basically, because I just was afraid that especially this particular sound effect is just so grating, which is unfortunate, because the game music is so good, but wang, wang, wang. I'd rather me be, or the game and me be too quiet than too loud. I hate when it gets clippy. Now, the way I'm set up, I have to look over my microphone. I don't normally stream this direction right, because I don't want to stream around the VGA monitor over there, and not the PVM here, but I gotta play this on the PVM, it just works better. There we go, now we have all our upgrades here, so this could be... Whew. The game engine can keep up with the bubbles here. It's kind of speeding up at the same time. I like that the sword comes into play when you get too close, too. Really neat shooter. Feels very solidly made, if that makes sense. Yes, it does do the auto range, or auto attack when you get too close. Okay, voice sounds on. Thanks, Dimmy. Yeah, not only that, he walks on the ground like this, but yeah, the sword comes out, and I do believe it does more damage, but of course you have to be right next to it, but it's... I think that's a cool touch that he does that. I like to not lose everything with this guy now, if we can avoid it. There we go. It's a lot easier when you go into fully powered here. Used to continue to do that, but I think you can buy more continues too, so... But yeah, if you want to play a side-scrolling shooter on this platform, then this is a very good one. Watch out for the spikes coming down here. Yep, there they are. Aha, see, you remember a little bit. Every time, you get a little better every time. I'm hoping I can go into the boss now with like full power. So then I should have an easier time. It kind of farts away. Yeah, I like the vertical shrimps as well, although I have a soft spot for one game called Jets and Guns on PC. That is a... And we'll just full... There we go. I just used the screen clear 3 times and he was screwed, so... yeah, it is a bit of a Altered Beast style, too. You're right, especially that. So now we're going to... we'll do like one more level or something, and we'll switch to Snatcher, because I gotta show that Snatcher game. Now I got enough cash here to buy almost everything. So, full shield. I'm already maxed here. Bombs, I need those. Special Wolf Resurrection. No. I don't have enough cash for that. Oh well. Thexter? Yeah, that's true. I don't know, was that ever on consoles, or is it just on PC? I really haven't played it much. I have played a little bit, and it's kind of what I associate with, like, you know, the, almost 286 or Tandy era. This is the water armor, which has the back cover as well. So all the armors have different styles. And of course, this is the firewall. I figured the water armor is good here. It shows again how essential a fully upgraded, you know, player is. And they kind of hint, you know, there's things flying up behind you, which makes the fire armor or the water armor even better. Cat, what do you want? See, now I can blame the cat if I die. So, okay, this came out on that many things. Because most of what I associate then, yeah, is the 286 Dexter, the original one. I'm sure, maybe you guys, I'm not sure if you follow me on Twitter or not, but I was talking about the new Turtles beat-em-up game. I'm super excited about that one, because that looks awesome. They're redoing, or doing a new Turtles beat-em-up that looks like to be in the style of Turtles in Time, which is one of my favorite games of all time. So that has my vote. I'm going to buy it immediately when it comes out. I see how easy this is. I can imagine how hard this would be without the max power up here, because I can shoot behind me. It's got a lot of options, you know? That makes this game a lot easier to power through. And I like the fact that when you get hit, you don't lose everything right at once. I have bought that elixir thing that lets me take a few hits for free. Turtles in Time is amazing, and for the MiSTer now, actually, so I know, I'm pretty sure someone's working on the Konami arcade machines, which means that when that comes around, that means we get Turtles in Time, the arcade version, on MiSTer as well, which will be a good day. And you get probably Simpsons and those games too. They're all running on that same underlying platform, and they kind of clarify that on the MiSTer, when they are developing a new core, especially arcade, what they do usually is they take the arcade board that it runs on, and then they kind of delit it to see what it's running under the circuitry, to trace it all out. Not a fun or easy thing to do. Ow. Taking a few hits now. And then once they figure out those circuits, they can reproduce them in the FPGA by, you know, controlling the FPGA. Say, losing my train of thought because it's a little tricky now. Once they have those components from modules, they can be reused. So if you figure out then, like, here are the chips needed for the Turtles in Time arcade game, well, now they can reuse those components because it uses the same chips for a, you know, Simpsons arcade core or whatever. So then that opens up the door to all those cores showing up as well, which is a kind of like a bonus thing. Like right now, they're hinting at here in a week or so. Fart power activate. Almost trivial now that you have enough juice here to just use the screen clears. So anyway, we'll switch to Snatcher here because that game is just awesome. So yeah, Suka, if you're up for it, we can play sometime. That'd be awesome. We should even stream or playing it together or something cool too. But yeah, that would be awesome if they did the new one for re-release on an arcade cabinet, because I missed out on buying the TMNT 4-player one. I kind of wanted recently to buy that for us and the kids, because they love Turtles too, which is great to relive that through them. They've gotten huge into Turtles, so I approve of that. Happy dad. Let's go to Snatcher, because now that is a cool game. Snatcher is probably a system seller game. If you were to buy this for one game, Snatcher may be that one. And it's got a lot of, like, cinematic intros and stuff. We'll watch this stuff, because that's half the experience, is how cinematic this game is. Because it's Hideo Kojima, right? And he loves doing very deep cinematic stuff. That's pretty apparent. Of course, you know, they parted ways now. Konami owns the rights to almost every one of his franchises, right? So he didn't own any of them, all the Metal Gear Solid and all that stuff, so we'll probably never see anything new come out of Snatcher unless they decide to re-release it as a compilation or something like that, but yeah, they have seen none of the original. They really like Rise, the newest one. Okay. There we go. Make sure the settings on here. There's no blend on, okay. Yeah, it is really trashy, and, you know, I don't know. They have seen the original movie. They weren't as interested, so they did enjoy the original show, I should say, too. This story is dedicated to all those cyberpunks who fight against injustice and corruption every day of their lives. This is a very narrated game, but I'll read the stuff that is not narrated, so.
June 6, 1996. A mysterious explosion destroys the Chernobyl research facility near Moscow.
Kojima just loves narration and deep explanation and, you know, super complicated and convoluted plot lines, and this game has all those things, so.
Carried by the trade winds, Lucifer
awesome graphics
throughout Eastern Europe and Eurasia, destroying 80% of the populace. Half of the world's
virus killed all people.
The greatest biohazard in history later becomes known simply as.
And this game can almost describe more like a graphic novel, in the sense that it plays like an adventure game.
Wouldn't occur for another half century. 50 years later.
50 years later.
Mankind faces its greatest crisis.
Oh no, a random robot showing up. This game borrows heavily from every cyberpunk genre you can think of. You know, Terminator, Blade Runner, heavily from, like, Blade Runner. Extremely heavy from Blade Runner.
And infiltrating society by taking the place of their victims. Employing an artificial skin, they can.
So these robots take over and replace humans, and they look like a Terminator or T-800. I mean, it's pretty much straight up, so.
Distinguish from those they kill.
Yeah, I really do need to play Death Stranding. I've heard really good things about it, too. Like, it's a Kojima game, as I understand, straight through and through.
Invaders become known as Snatchers.
Snatchers. Not Terminator, don't sue us! See, this guy can shoot from his mouth. Terminators can't do that. Totally different. But here's where they use the Sega CD Medium, to its greatest potential, in the sense that it's amazing pixel art, very well done 2D animations. It doesn't try and do 3D. So yeah. Kojima is the creator of the Metal Gear Solid series, so he was with Konami forever, and then they parted ways, not amicably exactly. Japan, because all cyberpunk takes place in Japan. I don't know, I just love... This is a game that you could have made today with this aesthetic, and people will just, you know, take my money because it's so Neo Kobe City, because it's got a Neo, because it's, you know, cyberpunk. Great soundtrack, awesome 2D pixel art, a very Kojima game. I really do need to play this one through, for real. I haven't really done that. I've only played bits and pieces of it. But it's everything I love about the Sega CD platform. Saxophone, of course. Yeah, it's interesting, because I didn't have a PlayStation 1. I was already into PC at the time, so that's kind of shifted over for me. And a lot of that was tied into the fact that my parents had a rental at their business. So we had orchestra hits and saxophone, and just perfect. And we had Super Nintendo, and that was the last thing they had for rental. So after that, I just kind of fell out of consoles, because I didn't have basically unlimited access to games anymore. And it was spoiled, like, right? But, so then I didn't really, there was no PlayStation around where I was, and I got into PC at that point, and then I didn't really see any need for PlayStation, right? So I rented a few times to different places, but certainly not enough that I was into it, so. Yeah, I mean, all this stuff is so Blade Runner. It's not hard to see where he got his references or interest from in this game. It's just Blade Runner. I mean, you literally are. You look like Harrison Ford's character in Blade Runner. I forgot his name now, obviously, but I don't think Blade Runner had quite as much, like, 90s saxophone in it, but that just makes this game. Sorry, no beer today. Switching to decaf cola here now. I don't know. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know how to explain this game, besides being awesome to begin with, but just the perfect... I used the word convergence a lot talking about games. It was the perfect game for the perfect time.
How was work? Everything okay?
Like,
Gillian,
fully voiced,
What's wrong?
Jamie, I've become a junker.
I've become a junker.
Gillian, but why?
Jamie, you know why. It's the only way we can regain our lost memories. Snatcher is the
They're
only
amnesiac.
word that keeps coming back every time we try to remember our
Does anyone else not suffer from explosive amnesia?
and to find out why.
Yes, but I can sense that there is something terrible in our past. And if we remember it, it will destroy us.
Nice, I'll check out Twitter in a minute then. I was drinking just Diet Pepsi, and now I'm drinking caffeine-free cola, Diet Cola, so just trying to cut back on the caffeine. I'm just chugging soda all day long, so.
What? I can't hear you.
There we go. It's a Kojima game, which means that all the men are just womanizers, and all the women are just supporting characters, so,
Estimated age 31. 3 years ago, he and his wife Jamie Seed are taken into protective custody in the Siberian neutral zone by the 17th Siberian...
Look at this animation. Like, this feels like one of those, like, modern retro throwback cyberpunk games that are coming out all the time. That's the way it feels like to me.
Siberia, lost in a mysterious mental...
He can't remember anything. See, they both woke up 3 years ago in Siberia with no memories. What do you think the odds are that they are robots? Saying, none at all.
Following extensive special military training, Gillian is ordered to report to Neo Kobe City as a junker, effective today.
Fade out saxophone. Doo-doo. Orchestra hits. All the orchestra hits. There's a game in here, I promise, but there, like any Kojima game, there's a lot of cinematics. And yeah, I mean, this could be a shot from Blade Runner, but I think it's sort of funny. They call it the Konami Omni building, yep. There's no, Konami. Konami. Snatch. So again, this is an adventure game, so it plays like this. A lot of stuff may have looked really exciting, but now we are just doing a basic adventure game. We can look at things and investigate, and it's a beautiful Oriental woman. Look, poster. It's just a junker recruiting ad. And like, if you didn't get all the exposition there, the quick and dirty is that there are robots have shown up. No one knows where they came from, and they basically kill people and then replace them. And the robots then put on a skin like a Terminator, and they look like the person or impersonating them. So this guy then, which is, the replicant chaser, the junker who is trying to find all these robots and find them and destroy them, but you don't know who is a robot, right? So it's like the typical cyberpunk thing where humans are being replaced. Like, there's just always aliens or robots that look like humans. There's always got to be that thing, so... we can look at front pod. It's one of those pod-type reception units where the operator sits in a shielded capsule. This is some pretty heavy-duty stuff they've got here. This place may be more dangerous than I thought. It looks like a security camera. It looks like it leads into the inside of the headquarters. And investigate the operator. It's no use. She's protected by a shield. Alright. Looks like a government ad. They must be really short on people. So you gotta like investigate things, look at things. It's definitely more of a slow burn game, and I think it turns into like some shooting segments here and there too. When you get run into a junker, you gotta fight them, or a snatcher, you gotta fight them too. Apparently, something I saw was really cool was that it supports a gun con attachment, which I don't have, for the Genesis and the Sega CD. And supposedly, you can have it attached all the time, and then until it's needed, and you can pull up, shoot it, and put it back down or whatever. So it's a nice touch for that, like you're drawing your gun. Oops. There's nobody around but the operator. I'm afraid only junker personnel are showed inside headquarters. Talk?
I'm Gillian Seed. I've been assigned to Junker headquarters effective today.
Oh, you're Mr. Seed. Please
Yeah,
forgive me.
basically. I think that the,
My name is Mika Slayton.
I can't remember what
I'm
they
the
call it.
administrative
The
assistant
Enforcer,
operator here
Justice,
at Junker
something like that,
headquarters.
on the
Very pleased
Genesis.
to meet you.
You're really very pretty. Thank you. It's just, all of these characters just like... The official junker name and trademark appears on it. Front pod. It's designed to protect the operator. I know it seems a bit much, but it's supposed to protect from snatchers. What? Snatchers even attack up here? Yes, it's happened several times before. They're not stupid, you know. I've been assigned to junker operations effective today. You just told me that, Gillian. Could you tell me a little about junker operations? The Junkers are a special task force put together to combat the Bioroid Snatcher menace. Keyword. It's overseen by government intelligence agencies. Oh, the MiSTer? That's great. This is my first time in town. Oh, you'll get used to it right away. Everybody's pretty welcome. There are many different ethnic groups and types of people here. It's Japan, but it's not Japan, if you know what I mean. Tell me a little about yourself. About me? Isn't that a bit forward, Mr. Seed? Let me tell you about myself first. Maybe then you'll tell me. I can tell you're very smooth with the ladies. Alright, let's go.
Mr. Seed?
Gillian's fine, and you can call me Gillian, Mika.
Okay, Gillian. I'll open the main door and show you around headquarters.
Like, it's nice little flourishes and animations, and this is where I think the 2D, root of the Genesis and the Sega CD really shine. I think I have to go to the headquarters or the chief's office first.
Chief Cunningham, Gillian Seed is here. I brought him in as you requested.
Thanks for coming, Seed.
I am a typical
I'm
police
Benson
chief.
Cunningham, the chief of Junker Operations.
Gillian Seed. I've been transferred here from the 17th Special Forces Division.
I've heard all about your special training in the military, Seed. I hope you'll put it to good use on your new assignment here.
Yeah, we have Night Trap as well. I'm
By
gonna
the
try
way,
it. I don't think I've
understand
ever
you're
played Night
suffering
Trap. I
from
know all about it, but...
amnesia.
Or at least I know
Any
the
sign
controversy
that
it
your
caused, and
memory's coming back?
Night Trap, if you haven't played it, is...
Not,
I think you're playing it through, like, security cameras in a house, and it had full motion video. It was a big deal on Nice, because it was, like, lumped
Yes,
together
we're
with...
separated. She has amnesia as well, and without any memories between the two
Yep,
of us,
we have
I'm
all
afraid
amnesia around
there's
here.
very little to base a good relationship on.
I can see your point there.
Well, we both had amnesia, and since we don't really remember anything, we can't be married anymore. And he's like, yep, I see your point there. Alright, fair enough. Alright, we can look. Chief. So he's the chief of Junker Operation, just as I imagined him. Yep, a stereotypical police chief. Did you say something? Nope. Information from all over the world is continually pouring in. It's a nice night view of Neo Kobe. Too bad there are snatchers lurking out there somewhere. Neo Kobe at night. Great view, don't you think? Well, Cyberpunk, it has to be night. A picture of a vase, eh? What a funny design. Looks like a pretty comfortable sofa. Chief. See it? I'm no snatcher. It's an ultra-high resolution display panel capable of playing back holograms as well. So this is his taste in art, huh? Don't touch that picture, it's very special to me. I don't think I've ever played, it's the latest in robot sofas employing Chaos System technology. Aha! I see what you did there. Cyberpunk 2047. Yeah, I don't think I've played any of the Phantastar games either. Ask about Junkers. Junker Headquarters was set up a year ago by the police as a special task force to combat the Snatcher problem. Junker operations were officially started in August of this year. We answered directly to the government's intelligence agencies. This poster is really very tacky. Oh really? That's my design, by the way. Chief, your taste is right out of the Dark Ages. Oh jeez. Not very nice. A Junker operates with certain rules and privileges different from a regular police officer. Those are: 1. The purpose of the Junker force is to eliminate Bioroid snatchers. 2. A Junker, even in the course of carrying out number 1, must not harm innocent civilians. We'll see what happens. 3. A subject may not be physically investigated or restrained unless irrefutable evidence exists that indicates the subject is indeed a snatcher. 4. A Junker is required to assist and support civilian bounty hunters. 5. In order to carry out 1, a Junker is allowed the use of a blaster and a navigator and a turbocycle. Those are the 5 rules. That's it. Easy. A Junker's job is to figure out who the snatchers are and to eliminate them. I want you to put your special training in the military to good use and investigate those points about snatchers that we don't yet understand. We've got to put a stop to them. A Junker's job is highly specialized and extremely dangerous. That's why there are so few of us. I'm the chief, Harry the engineer, then there's Mika, Gibson, and you are runners. It's just the 5 of us. It's a big building for just 5 people. Yes, 3 years ago the Snatchers suddenly appeared here in Neokobi. We have no idea where they came from or what they want. We do know that they kill, copy the appearance of their victims, and take their place in society, and that their numbers are increasing.
That should be enough to make your duties as a Junker quite clear. This is
I don't think so.
your ID card. It will identify
Not much
you
to go
as a
on.
Junker. Carrying it allows you to exercise your special authority.
I see. Sort of like a police officer's badge, huh?
And here's
Simplified
some money.
explanation, thank you.
It's not much, but you'll need it to carry out your investigation.
Cash?
Cash?
Credit cards aren't accepted in some regions of the city. You'll need this.
What kind of
sooner or
future is
later.
this? No credit cards? Jeez.
Sounds like
Can I
it's
pay
a
with
rough
Apple Pay
place
or...
up there.
That's the future, right?
Go see Harry, the engineer. He's got your equipment
Yeah.
ready for you.
It's a robot designed to assist Junkers by performing all types of analysis. It's got a pretty good sensor setup too. So these are the possessions I have. Junker ID and cash. And let's exit. Where'd I like to go next? Let's go to the engineering room. This is engineering. All the Junkers. That is the runner's equipment is made here. It doesn't look like Harry's around at the moment. You are truly beautiful, Mika. Thanks, Gillian. I'll take that at face value. It's so creepy. There are tools and machines all over the place. It's a regular factory in here. This room always looks like this. I don't know how he finds anything. Harry Benson is our engineer. He's a bit of a lush, but he's friendly and sweet old guy. Maybe he's not at least asking her about those kind of things. Every Junker investigator gets an analysis robot. Quite a combination, eh? We call the robots navigators. Yeah, I know that painting is all, I mean, Kojima is just like, I'm not sure... So Metal Gear Solid 5. I believe the sniper there, the lady sniper, is wearing little like a bikini. And I think Kojima asked, why is she wearing like in a Warzone a bikini? He said, well, I know a lot of people cosplay as my character, so I figure I might as well enjoy it. It's like, that's ultra creepy. So I think that kind of goes through a lot of his games, unfortunately. So take that for what you will. His wife was killed by a snatcher 2 years ago. After that, he quit his detective job and became a Junker. Since then, he's been living with his daughter, Katrina. He's Jean's only child. She's turned 18 this year. Oh, how convenient. I think that's all to do here. Alright, we'll go to the desk area then. Where would I like to go next? Detective's room. This is the detective's room. It's the office for our runners. That's what we call Junker investigators like you. You'll be using that desk in the back. What about this desk near the door here? That's Jean's desk. Jean Jack Gibson. He's our ace runner. Mika, yes, what do you want? I can sense that you are and I destined to fall in love. It might sound crazy, but Jillian, you're married, aren't you? See? It's just... A lot of information flows into here. All the information is available to our runners as output from Jordan. Yeah, that's true. Especially during this era. I don't want to generalize too much, but it's certainly something you notice with these kind of games. So, this is an antique desk. Gene's really into antiques. Looks like a nice desk, but I probably won't be using it much. Let's see, area. This place is really different from other detectives' offices. Did that ask? He's quite brilliant. He's won 3 Nobel Prizes and the Fields Prize too. Oh my. Gene's navigator is called Little John. I wonder what kind of navigator you'll get. By Gibson? He's apparently out on an investigation at the moment. I'll introduce you as soon as he gets back. She's a model. She's quite cute. Yeah. It would be awesome to visit Japan, yeah. There's nothing we need to do there. Alright, well, let's go to, I think, the computer room next. I think this is one of those games that just kind of keeps, you know, rabbit hole kind of thing, so. I think everyone's been there for a while now, but if you are joining us late, I'd like to say that sometimes we're playing MiSTer and emulating the Sega CD. In this case, we're playing Snatcher. This is a Junker headquarters computer room. It's linked to a database throughout the country, so you can find almost any information you might need. That is a very, very computer room. I wonder if you really can make it as a Junker. Antiques in a computer room, eh? I haven't seen a keyboard in some time. Hey, I like keyboards. A number of input and output devices are linked to the host computer. I/O for short, if you're in the biz. About computer. This is our host computer and model RM1013. We call it Jordan. That's for Junker Online Regional Data Access Network. It employs full-scale artificial intelligence-based processors. Jordan is fully programmed with all human learning routines and uses an intelligent interface to perform automatic translation, problem solving, you name it. It employs expert-class artificial intelligence routines developed for fieldwork robots. It's the best there is. Wow. Fancy. First, put your Junker card in the slot. Once it's confirmed you are as a user, you'll just follow the instructions that Jordan flashes on the screen. Easy enough. Harry is an orphan. He lost his parents in a catastrophe. Don't worry, you'll be able to get one from Harry. Gibson, if you meet him, you'll understand why he's so good. Let's give our Katrina. Don't be getting any funny thoughts. She's only 18. See, just, you can't ask about anything that has to do, yeah. Use Jordan. Go ahead, sit down here. Once you're registered on the system, the rest is easy. I am Jordan, Junker Headquarters Host AI Computer System. Please insert your ID card. What? Has this thing got a personality? Use card. Okay, Junker card going in. User confirms Jillian Seed. Welcome to Jordan. What sort of information do you need? Well, at least they'd let me in. Load ID file. Jordan ID file. Use the cursor to input the name of the person you're searching for. Input first name, then last name without a space. For example, input John Konami as John Konami. Or you can search with just a first name, for example, John. I don't have one yet, so quit ID file. Load fact file. Jordan fact file. Please select the category you wish to search. Concerning Snatchers. Insector. Insector, a spider-shaped probe security robots used by Snatchers. Thread-like sensors apparatus deployed from rear of robot triggers. Needle gun attack if touch or approached. Microjet powered, known to jump. Ooh. Specimens recovered for study by junk team invariably self-destruct, preventing further analysis. Nice. Is that it for Snatchers? Okay. Distinguishing features. Snatcher characteristics. In 1, Snatchers operate almost exclusively at night and during the winter months. Snatchers only snatch VIPs. Their ultimate goal appears not to be snatch itself, but to some secondary effect of it. Snatchers' target are restricted by their physical size. While they can adjust the size of their major body areas, these adjustments are limited. As such, their victims are exclusively persons of 150-180 cm in height. This makes snatching of children, the elderly, etc. impossible. Snatcher weapons. A mouth-firing laser cannon. Oh, snap. Weak point. Thin, slit portions of their skull armor which make head size adjustment possible. Oh my. Chronology. Snatcher history. That's fine, we'll just see if we can go to some shooting here. Okay, got it. A lot of exposition. I think that's the thing with Kojima games. They just there's so much exposition. So there's a lot of backstory here, but we'll quit this here now. I hope that I was able to be of service. I look forward to our next session together. Alright, let's go to the shooting range. This is the shooting range. Junkers come here to improve their marksmanship. Yep. It's about the same era. It's very cyberpunky. Practice. Jillian, you haven't got your blaster yet. Have you? Let's hurry and visit Harry. Come on, let's go see Harry. But I think I should get some practice in first. Yes, but come on, let me take a crack at it. Alright, if you must practice, let's use my ray gun, but it doesn't have the same power of a blaster. Is that okay? Yeah, thanks, Miko. Okay, let's start shooting practice. If you press the A button, you can draw your blaster. Press C to fire. You can put your blaster away by pressing the A button again. Are you ready? Remember, shoot only snatchers. Be careful you don't hit any civilians. The red gauge on the left shows the number of targets to appear. The yellow gauge on the right shows the number of hits. Let's start on introductory level. Good luck. Good luck. Focusing now. A lot of snatchers. Alright. That was pretty good. Fantastic. A perfect score. You're quite a shot, aren't you, Gillian? Yeah, of course I am. Wow, perfect score right off the bat. I bet you've done this before, haven't you? Well, yeah. Yeah, I feel that too, because... No, ma'am. First time out. I can't stand liars, you know. It's due to all the practice I had in the military, Miko. You're doing fantastic. You can just cut down on the wasted shots. You'll have it perfect. I wasted one shot. Come on, let's go see Harry. One shot. Yeah, but I think, Mike, you're right. Probably, it's like, I'm not sure, because right now, I could all I have to do is, like, push up in a corner and he would move there. Versus with the Menacer, I assume you have to, like, actually point it, which make more, you know, realistic, not realistic, but more immersive. But probably harder. Now all we need to do is find Harry. Harry's got to be back by now. I don't know. He's quite the free-willing type. There he is. Oh,
Harry's back.
Great to meet you. You're Gillian Seed, right? Haven't we met somewhere before?
No, I don't believe so.
Ooh.
Really? Well, I guess I must be imagining things. I know. All right, allow me to introduce the Navigator, which I designed especially for you.
The Navigator.
Hey, Metal Gear, get out here.
It's called the Metal Gear. A little foreshadowing there, but... Yep, it looks like the Metal Gear.
Metal, introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Pleased to meet you, Gillian. I am Metal Gear Mach 2. I am programmed to be your personal assistant.
Metal Gear? That's a pretty weird name.
Oh,
Kojima went all in on, like, references in this one.
Thank you.
I think he's turning red. I took his basic design and his name from the Metal Gear Menace of the late 20th century. But quite unlike that Metal Gear, this one was designed...
Yeah, so I think it's actually supposed to be in the same universe, even. Wow. Navigators are designed from the start as Junker's investigative assistants. On-site detection, analysis, recording, communications, you name it. They're packed with features, and Metal Gear here is the latest model. What about an attack system? Don't they carry any weapons? Afraid not, they're unarmed. After all, the main idea behind Navigator is to assist in the investigation's data management. But I do have a save function. Just choose the Use Metal Gear command, and then the Save command. You can record the exact status of your investigation that way. In the same way, you can use the Use Light command to help you when it's too dark to see. I told you they were nice to have around, didn't I? How about communications? Does he have some kind of radio? Yep, there's a video phone installed. Ooh. A video phone? This is the future. That's right, just select Use Metal Gear and then use video phone to access it. In theory, you can use it anywhere, but you can have watch out for interference. Sometimes the signal just can't get through. Wow.
Oh, that's right. Don't panic yourself. I got it right over here. This
What?
is your
Blaster.
blaster, the official weapon of a junker. It's got full user feedback circuitry, adjusting itself to your reaction time. In other words, it's just as good as you are. What do you think? Here, see how she feels.
Hero shot.
It's unbelievably light.
You bet it is. This ain't one of those ray guns the Army uses. She's put together with the latest carbon polymers and ceramics, not affected by heat one bit.
That's convenient.
And her ergonomic design optimizes both functionality and firepower.
Future gun.
Well,
Again, this is where...
I'll take it.
I'll take it. The, you know, the Sega CD is really just like, this is almost what it was made for. It's like, yeah, this, you know, interactive, enhanced, like, 2D stuff, fully voiced, not fully voiced, but a lot of voice acting, etc. You're an engineer. Tell me about how the Snatchers are built. It's odd, but we've never been able to get a specimen. They're always stolen or have been self-destructed. They have any weaknesses? They're built really well, so it's tough to destroy them outright. Try to immobilize them. They got these slits on their head for some reason. A well-placed shot, they will often destroy their control functions. That's why it's important to practice your marksmanship. Oh,
I have a video phone call from Jean-Jacques Gibson.
we've been trying to reach you about your car's warranty.
Junker HQ, this is Gibson. I've cornered a probable male snatcher. I'm in the abandoned factory in the M district. Request immediate backup.
Uh-oh.
And that means you. You better head out right away. Jean needs your help.
We must hurry. We'll use a turbocycle to travel.
Turbocycle time.
Be careful, Gillian.
This is a turbocycle, specially designed
Looks
for
like
jumper
a
use.
Blade Runner
In
hover
addition
car
to
to me,
real
but, you know.
ground travel, it is capable of hovering and high-speed flight. The vehicle is also VTOL capable, so takeoffs and landings in narrow areas present no difficulty.
A flying tricycle, huh? I just came in one of these things.
We have
Convenient.
been assigned this vehicle for use in our investigations.
Enter turbocycle. It's got a turbo in it, of course. We're in the turbocycle. Operations in this computer controlled. Where we'd like to go? Where we'd like to go today? Factory ruins. Let's go see if we can help that guy.
Now departing for the abandoned factory.
It's extremely cyberpunk. I mean, it's just... Look at that.
My first day on the job, and now this. Ace Junker Gibson has cornered a suspected snatcher.
It's awesome.
I wonder if this guy really
I see why
is a
everyone's
snatcher.
raving
find
about this
out
one in
now
particular.
if
You can
all
get really
that
invested in this
training
one, I
really
think.
paid off.
I'm not sure how long it is, and it's, you know, it's mostly the investigation part, I think, and figuring out things. And of course, extremely cinematic. I say that's the sound from the turbocycle. It was a really annoying sound there. I say, have any of you guys played any Sega CD at all? Because I haven't really much at all besides an emulation. I never owned one, never had access to one. I don't think I've even barely seen one in person. I think I've seen one in person, but that's about it. So we were out at the abandoned factory. What would we like to do? Exit turbocycle. Just leave and go back home. This looks fine. We need some ominous lightning, too. We've arrived at the abandoned factory. This is where Gene called from. Look at the building. It's battered old factory. Judging from its design, I'd say it dates from the period when man production techniques were still used. It appears abandoned. Yep. Oh, okay, so you did play the Nazi? What kind of games did you play, Austin, if you have one? But yeah, I said I really haven't played one outside of emulation. I'm almost like tempted to like start investing the money in getting one, but I know it's kind of difficult now. The Sega Multi-Mega? I'm not sure I'm familiar with that one. Something new, or is that? Because I know there was a Sega CDX, right? CDX was like almost looked like a Sony Walkman CD player that had cartridge and CD in it. I think maybe so. Maybe that was just called in Brazil. Investigate. Building. The building is heavily damaged, probably been abandoned since the last century. Investigate the motion detector. Metal, are you reading anything? I can't tell from here. We'll have to move inside. Alright. Investigate building. There's nothing unusual here. How do I enter the building? Use Metal Gear. We'll save. Alright, I'll save everything that's happened up until now. Which file number would you like to save it in? Save 1. Okay, so yeah. I think here it's called a CDX, maybe? Continue. Alright. Returning investigations. How do we get into the... Look area. This place is quite run down. It looks deserted too. Investigate area. There's no sign anybody's around. So... How do I get into the building? Investigate sky. The sky is getting quite dark. It looks like a storm may be coming. I'd say the storm is already here. That's probably fine.
What was that?
A male scream. Perhaps something has happened to Jean-Jacques.
Just the wind. It's fine.
Gillian, please use extreme caution. I read multiple moving objects within the factory. This could indicate the presence of snatchers or insectors.
Insectors? What in the world's that?
You just read about him. Little robot
spider-like
things.
Robot used by snatchers as security devices. Though compact in size, they are armed.
Yes, there's a lot of extra scrolling going on. Parallax scrolling, then I'm sure everyone's familiar, but if you don't happen to be, it's like, you know, multiple layers scrolling right in the background. And yeah, I think that, I don't know, and I should look it up, what the Sega CD gave the Genesis as far as power goes. Because, yes, the CD media, of course, with all the stuff, but extra horsepower, because it's got to have given extra juice, I assume. Enter. Alright, we're going in. Keep your blaster ready. Push the A button, draw your blaster. I think I looked at it. But too late now. I investigated it, but... We've entered the factory. This is the spot where he placed that video phone call. Investigate... Now motion deck. There we go. Metal, aren't you picking anything up? Nothing's moving. That's all. What happened to Jean? Look ground. There's debris everywhere. Please watch your step. There are pipes running everywhere. It's creepy. The ceiling looks quite weak. Yeah. Really creepy. The building is severely damaged. It should be demolished. It's been weakened by rust in several places. Investigate ground. I scan the area with my sensor, but I can't pick up anything special. We did that one. I'm not reading anything. Wait, I'm picking up something. It's headed this way. Really, what direction is coming from? Dead ahead. 10 meters. 9, 8, 7, 6. That's impossible. I don't see anything. Oh. It's just a fly. Oh, jeez. Ah. Creepy. Listen. I'm not picking up any sounds. Let's move. Advance. Alright. Now moving ahead. Oh. That's his Metal Gear, or his...
What the?
It's Little John.
Little John?
Yes, Jean-Jacques Gibson's personal navigator.
Uh-oh. Oh no, the navigator guy. Oh my, Little John's been demolished. There's no way to repair damage this bad. Uh-oh. Hey, Metal, aren't you picking anything up? No, nothing. We're the only things moving. This charring indicates he was hit by fire from a laser cannon. Nearly all his circuits are burned completely through. His functions have been completely terminated. Nevertheless, his memory may be all or partially intact. Where's Gibson? A navigator never leaves his runner's side unless there's a very serious reason. We have to hurry. Gibson's in trouble. I would say. I can't confirm any sound except for the water drips that Little John's shorting out. Very creepy. There's wreckage everywhere. I don't detect anything special. Alright, now moving ahead. Metal, anything on your sensors? No, nothing. We're the only things moving. Besides the large pillar across the floor, there's nothing unusual. It's uncomfortably quiet here. Got a bad feeling about this. Alright, now moving ahead. Oh. Wait, there's a figure on the floor. Oh my. Ah, he's fine. Oh, buff. Alright, he'll just walk that off.
Dear God.
Gene! Gibson, it's Gibson, my god, his head's been twisted off completely. It's uncomfortably quiet here, alright? I just want to make sure nothing sneaks up on us. Aren't you picking anything up? No, nothing, we're the only thing moving. He's still warm. Ah, the scream we heard was no doubt his. What killed him? His head has been twisted off, he died instantly. It would take incredible strength to do this. Ugh. Just a flesh wound. Hey, Metal, aren't you picking anything up? No, I'm not getting any readings. Alright, Gibson, clothing. There was a key in one of his pockets. That's true. Now we're gore on the channel, now they're gonna shut me down. Not picking up any sounds. Look at the key. This item is quite an antique. You call in. Sorry, Gillian, I can't get a clear frequency of this location. Why not, Metal? It's probably due to the presence of Snow 9. Snow 9 is a bioengineered form of pollen which interferes with radio transmission. Okay. AKA, we don't want you to call from here. Anything on sensor? Nothing. We're the only things moving. Okay. Move. Alright, now moving ahead. It's a dead end. It's blocked by caving. We can't go any further. Metal? Anything on your sensor? No, nothing. Okay. Dirt and sand. There's no way we could possibly move this out of the way. Alright, let's retreat out of here. I'm now moving back. Retreating. Alright, now moving back. Investigate motion sensor. Nothing. We're the only things moving. Listen. No sounds. Retreat. We'll see if we run into any, nothing. We're the only thing moving. Okay. Cheese it out of here. And I'm moving back. Creepy. Nothing moving two of us. Yeah, I'm not sure what the rating is, but it certainly is not going to be for everyone. Yeah. I'll switch to a different game here, more arcadey game, but this is really cool. Can I save here then? Okay. Save. Alright, we'll do that then, maybe finish this room investigation here. And then we'll try a different game. But I really like the... I mean, I'm getting invested now because of the... it plays like a movie, right? So... Look at the ceiling. The ceiling's been damaged. Some of the wiring is sticking out. Water stripped from the sprinkler. Those drops really echo in here. Oh, it's a memory chip too.
Well, what do you think? Can you get this memory chip out of there in one piece?
I will attempt it. Now retrieving memory chip.
That was easy. Good thing that was intact.
Chip retrieved.
See, nothing still. Oh, we got the thing, so can we retreat now? Let's keep checking the area, Gillen. So, alright, we'll save here and then play something else, but... Report analysis results. Headquarters, but okay. No, it's really, really well done game. Yeah, it's not really attention-getting, you're right. The Snatcher is like, I mean... I wonder what the after translation is, because I think this game was, you know, made in Japanese originally, right? So, and then translated. hope we can continue the investigation soon together. So we'll play some action game here in between now. Alright, we'll reset. Reset and eject. Eject, mailman, eject. Alright, let's find a action game here now. There was one that I was playing. Wing Commander on here, oh my. There's Afterburner. There's a lot of cool games on here. Batman Returns. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Chuck Rock. There was one I was playing that was a really cool, like, shooter. Dragon Slayer, no thank you. And Dune, that's a really good one actually on here. Metal Runners, that might be a better one, yeah. Ooh, Earthworm Jim. Oh yeah, Earthworm Jim is... I believe people call this the ultimate version of Earthworm Jim, and I don't think they're wrong. It's really, really good. We'll play Night Trap next. I wanted to do something more shooty and action-y first. It's mimicking the load speeds too, so if you haven't played Earthworm Jim, it's an awesome late 16-bit platforming shooter game with a very over-the-top character.
Pardon me.
Called Earthworm Jim. And he's a earthworm that rolls around, and then a super suit from space lands on him one day, and then he becomes Earthworm Jim with superpowers, basically. That's the whole story. And it's super zany. It's kind of like a Saturday morning cartoon, but the gorgeous graphics. And just a ray gun that shoots bullets. I believe this came out on Genesis first, and then it was ported to Super Nintendo. Alright, Mike, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. What are we gonna do with this cow here? Turn up a little bit because the music is really good here. Woo! Cow launched. I played this on Super Nintendo. I did not know it was first released on Genesis. It's just really over-the-top game, but awesome. And there's a lot of secrets in this one. I'm gonna try and get some of these. I think there's one music is, yeah, this music itself is really good, but a lot of the music in this game is awesome. Wild. It's just so zany, you know. And I'm missing a lot of secrets too. But to me, this, again, I play this on Super Nintendo, so that's where I know it, but it's awesome here too. Or this is, as I understand it, basically the most definitive version of this game. It's like they took everything, added more stuff. Of course, the extra audio. I think, was it Buttville or whatever? One of those, like, descending tracks when you're going down. One of those is just awesome. And it has a annoying water level. That makes me think of the TMNT one. You gotta get through like a whole bunch of pipes and stuff, and yeah. That's just a super solid platformer. And the one thing I have about this game, complain a little bit, is that it's still a little sloppy almost by design and control, since the sprites are so huge. It kind of glides around a little bit when you play it. But, you know, it's part of the charm, I suppose. Oh, you can swap it? I don't think I've even done that. I'm learning things as I go along. There's a hook up there. Plasma. Is that what it says? So how do you switch off it? So I don't have any buttons to do that unless that's something you do on the Super Nintendo version, because I have 3 buttons. One is jump, one is the whip, and one is shoot. That's it. So So we're gonna waste it into midair. I just thought it was just so awesome that, you know, he had a ray gun and just blasting bullets out. I thought it was hysterical when I was a kid. This is one of those games I have the box. Come on Super Nintendo. I remember going to the store and like I was gonna buy one game and I saw a demo of this running, and I was like, oh, that's the one I want. This is just, again, this was the end of the 16-bit era, basically. Wait, I don't know what button, unless I tried a few different button combinations, up and down and that kind of stuff, but it didn't really do anything. Oh yeah. And all the things that are after Jim are like, you know, things that normally eat worms, right? So... Goodness, a lot of bad guys. Health, please. There we go. Woo! But it's, I generally will stream, you know, classic PC, and that's probably where most of my interests lie, but it's fun to just play some consoles once in a while, too. They're nice and more relaxing in a lot of these games. There we go, got him. Very cool. Wait, doggy. The samples are still compressed like nothing, but it's still really good. There's a toilet up there. I'm not sure how to get there. That's the teleporting. Oh, there we go. These are ones that are not in the original game, I think, like bonus levels. They were added for the, I'm nude. He lost his super suit. Alright, really. Come on. Ah! Boy, this infuriating controls here. It's just sliding all over the place. There we go. I don't care about the weapons, I just want to get out of here. That's a little blender there. Ooh, this is difficult to navigate here. Whoop! Is it just sending me back? Yep, sure is. Wow. Yeah, I think the idea with then the Sega CD version being almost the ultimate one is that it contains a lot of extra stuff in there that you normally wouldn't get. So this is really a bonus level because, ow! There's a whole bunch of options for stud wimp. Try to stud one. Oh, wow. Maybe we'll go with the wimp one.
I'm nude.
I'm nude. Yeah, we'll go with the wimp one. I don't have energy for whatever this is now. Hey, it's my suit. Plop! Alright. Yeah, the music is awesome in this game. It's just a very well put together platformer. Huge sprites, you know, awesome music, cool characters. So that was an entire extra section there that normally wouldn't be there. That section is not accounted for in... Ow. Can't hurt this guy direct. He just armpits farted at you. Yeah, I didn't play 2. I've only played 2 a little bit, and I think same thing in emulator. I have the original then on 1, play that. then I, you know, remember seeing 2 coming out, thinking like, oh, cool, but I didn't seem like, when I played it, it didn't seem quite as fun or, I don't know, put together as I come to expect from Earthworm Jim. Didn't feel right. Io. How many boxes do I have to get? I think there's 1 more left, maybe. It just keeps barfing fish here now. Oops. And all this is like, you know, made, again, like a Saturday morning cartoon kind of style. In fact, I'm pretty sure there was a cartoon, actually. This little rocket sled and... Yay-haw! I don't remember nearly as many... Password. Nearly that many... I don't think the original game had password at all. It was like, you know, you play until you die, basically.
Look, they're meatballs.
Where's the accelerator? There we go. Picking up things. Groovy, groovy. Whoa, Nelly. I did beat this game. I don't beat many games, but I did beat this on Super Nintendo. But I also understand it's like the definitive version of Earthworm Jim is the Sega CD version. At least that's what I hear. Or have read. Or looking up, like, you know, good games on the Genesis or the Sega CD to have some idea on what to play tonight. Then this one came up in almost every list, so. You need to beat Psychro, I think, is the guy. Everyone's after the super suit, is the idea. Woo, transfixed by this. That's right, I was gonna hit the button to make him say groovy, but then I think I pushed the button to just continue instead, because yeah, I used to do that on the Super Nintendo, just groovy. You're going to continue, which is a can of worms. See what I did there?
Groovy.
Nope, yeah, C and A both just skip right away, so B, I guess? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think very rarely did I lose to him, honestly, so. And this is a level I think is called What the Heck? Alright, have a good one, Suka. Thanks for stopping by. There are many ways to play this these days, obviously, mostly with emulators and whatnot. And excuse me, if you like platformers like this, then yeah, I highly encourage checking out Earthworm Jim on any of the platforms or formats. Again, I think it came out on Genesis first, and then it was ported then to Super Nintendo. So, but again, I played on Super Nintendo. That's where I knew it. Wee doggy. There's a lot more like little sound clips and stuff. I couldn't grab that there. I think I can do this. There we go. Got it. Blammo. I don't remember the cat's name, no, unfortunately. But yeah, what you see in the background there, for those uninitiated, that is the boss for this level. Ow! Groovy! Oh, dang it. You gotta run on that to activate the teleporter. Yeah, there was a cartoon for this for sure. I don't remember, I don't think it was very long-lived. I mean, they tried to do the whole, like, media blitz, basically, for... Dang it! I just love it as this, like, nice, calm music, and they have this, you know... There we go. Wow. What the... What was this supposed to teleport me? Missiles, huh? I don't remember that. That's got to be exclusive to this version, because I don't remember that at all from the Super Nintendo. Evil the cat. There you go. Thank you. Pick up a little health there, because I'm pretty low. Yep, I'm even lower now. Oh, dang. That was fast, too. Ow, good grief. Whew, made it. Oh, some health will be nice. That's a lawyer. Yeah, I don't think you can defeat a lawyer. Gotta avoid him. The super suit ran out of energy, so... Groovy. It's weird, I don't remember this part at all, so either this is from the Genesis version I'm not familiar with, or it was a remix for this particular Sega CD version. That's why, again, people seem to call it the ultimate one, because it has the most extra of anything. Okay, so you gotta spin it up more. Made it. Is this the teleport one? There we go. That's what I remember. Oh, another bonus level. Goodness, I just stretch it out and expand, and it'll switch to Night Trap very soon. Wow. Can't see where I'm going, but... Whoa! Boy, there's a lot of extra content here. I don't remember any of this. Maybe if someone's played the Genesis version, they can tell me if this is in the Genesis version, but, not familiar to me at the moment. It's funny, to me, like, since I didn't really have a Genesis or Mega Drive then, I didn't get to explore the library at all. For me, it was just like, Super Nintendo was what we had, and I know my dad was just like, oh, you don't want any of that Sega stuff, because we had access to Nintendo, so that was the best one, right? But Genesis is a really cool library, and I've been enjoying exploring a lot of games that I never got to play. Hey. So again, it feels like, you know, probably, I will say, to me, Mario is almost a gold standard when it comes to how tight controls feel. These just aren't. They're much more sloppy. Where'd I go? Oh, it's a snowman. Where'd I go now? Hey, that's hot. Okay. Have to defeat him? Is that it? I guess so. Ow. Whew, got him with 10% left. Any health? Nope. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I get down the Nomad. Is that I've tested oh, nice. Oh, there's the... Watch out! Taking a beating here. Where do you hide? Some of that health there. I was gonna say something important, but probably wasn't important. Well, it's gotta be a boss here.
Plasma! Plasma!
Plasma. It won't help me if I don't have any health, though.
Yeah.
Almost like elevator music in hell. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Christopher. Have a good one. You can stay in here and be alright, sounds like. Yep. Is there anything down here? Yeah, there was something there. I don't know what that was, but maybe continue? Love this little hell elevator music. Be nice if I could get some health here now. Health anywhere? I know where the door is here. There it is. Oh. Lawyer in hell, get it? Oh. Oh, that was it. Alright, maybe we should switch the game now. That's an awesome platform anyway. I highly recommend it. We will reset and eject CD. Play on Night Trap. And I don't think I've ever really played this. So, I'm not sure if you can tell there, but they're in a CHD format, which is an interesting compressed format, and actually takes normally an ISO file. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but an ISO file is like the entire disk, like it's everything. So it's very large, it's uncompressed. What CHD does is it's a kind of a lossless CD compression format that actually takes a lot of the empty space out and can shrink it. So for emulators such as this, it's really useful to have a much smaller image. You can fit way more on the SD card because it uses a micro SD card. You can also use a hard drive if you want to, but the micro SD card is the most convenient. And being able to just cram more on there is a really nice thing. So for those uninitiated, Night Trap was like FMV game. Scary stuff, and it was at the center of the controversy in the 90s about violence in video games, I think so. Just the shoulder cam. The action cam. You get to see the game poorly there. And you can also see it up here as it's doing the video stream there, and you can see it up here, and yeah, I haven't had any reasons to use the action cam on this one, I guess, but yeah, my head has been blocked by the video, so
I'm Commander Sims. Of the Sega
yeah, that sounds about right.
Scat Mission 230. 5 teenage girls have disappeared after
Over the shoulder
spending
cam,
the night
yeah.
at the old Lakeshore Winery house of Mr. and Mrs. Victor Martin and their children.
Ooh, intriguing.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me when they do full motion video on the Sega CD because it's not can't quite handle it, you know. This is what it looks like. It's clippy audio, really small, grainy. You know, you think like it's more like a 3DO kind of thing or a Philips CD.
Agents got into the house and found some kind of weird security system. Hidden cameras in almost every room and a series of traps. Our agent spliced an override into the security system.
Oh, they made it.
The cameras and the traps with this remote.
They actually made that. Hey, I have that one.
Traps to capture anyone or
you can look at it, yeah.
That endangers the lives of those girls.
So they actually made this Saturn version of it too. I have not really played Night Trap or seen what it came out on. So yeah.
With an access code.
The Saturn is, of course, way more powerful than this, so
right now the code is set to blue.
Complicated, but more powerful.
Control of the traps. But anyone inside that house can change that code at any time.
I promise.
So pay close attention to what they're saying.
This is what goodness it can do.
Our override cable is here in hallway 1. If anyone disconnects it, you lose control for good.
Uh-oh.
This is my attack squad. And this is Kelly, one of my best undercover agents. She'll be arriving with the rest of the girls. I'm putting her life.
Yeah, it's pretty
so don't even think.
Horrible quality.
If you don't have the brains or the guts for this assignment, give the controls to someone who does. The girls should be pulling into the driveway. You're wasting time. Get over there now.
How many?
Looks like you're not up to this mission. Breaking contact.
What? Was I supposed to push a button? Okay. Did I fail the game already? Neat. I don't know. We get some backstory here. This was a big deal when it came out. I seem to remember it was like a big hoopla. I know it wasn't that much in Europe, but I certainly remember it was a... Yeah, like you said, the rating system was kind of because of this game.
Clear.
Insert generic military drumline.
Commander Sims of the Sega Control Attack Team. Scat Mission 230. 5 teenage girls have disappeared after spending the night at the old Lakeshore Winery house of Mr. and Mrs.
I should have pushed the button earlier.
And their children, Jeff and Sarah.
I failed the game already.
Right now, another 5 girls are headed towards the Martins to spend the night. Your mission? Protect those girls from whatever happened to the last ones. Now listen up.
By peeping on them?
Last night, one of our agents got into the house and found some kind of weird security system. Hidden cameras in almost every room and a series of traps. Our agent spliced an override into the security system, allowing you to have control of the cameras and the traps with this remote unit.
With this remote unit.
Use the traps to capture anyone or anything that endangers the lives of those girls.
Oh, I see.
You are a very special boy. We both know that. But you must start doing your job. We all have to.
So I think the game is just like looking at all these different things, right?
Help your cousin with that.
Yeah, it's about time. Sorry, it didn't dawn on me.
You want the filter on for the composite? There, and now it's all nice and blurry like you would have played it for real.
What tonight, Dad?
Well, we have to bottle the 2 downstairs.
That makes more sense when you watch it this way, right? Versus to just...
6. Yeah.
The problem is Sheila and I might have to make a delivery.
I think, can we do the adaptive? No, not on this one. So it's on or off.
Whoa, what's this? This is a special vintage.
I see.
Jeffrey, don't be so self.
Oh, was there a bad guy there? No.
They're here.
They just arrived, right? Yeah, this is amazing.
Mom made you. Shut up. Well,
It's just like full motion video of the game. It's pretty funny because I watched Retro RGB do a live stream here the other day using the CDI, and they were playing like Thunder in Paradise, and they were that was the real like FFV game with you know proper full motion video. Yeah, it's funny because this sort of game probably doesn't. And there's a bathroom one. Okay. Why is there a camera in the bathroom? Why are these cameras moving around with these people as they're moving? That makes no sense, right? Oh no! So what do I do for? Where did they go? I saw the bad guys. But can I... what do I do? Can't really do anything. Seems slightly illegal, yep. It's fine. Bathroom cameras will do, doesn't it? Oh no, they're up on the roof. I don't know what the access in the purple means. Access, orange. Access, blue. I don't know what that means. It would help if I had a manual. I've tried all the buttons. Oh my goodness. So... green. I know they're there because it's playing evil guitar, so they gotta be there, but I have no idea how to play this. Oh, so you play this, right? So, like, what am I supposed to do? It's like I can only do the access button, it doesn't do anything. Oh, look at that. I am a bad guy. This is ridiculous. Is this the thing that caused all the controversy? Really? We'll switch back off the composite blend here because it does look interesting.
To make a visit to the augers tonight. A delivery, actually.
It's just, you know...
I'm sure you and the boys can take...
What does the access do? That's what I don't understand. Access blue, access purple. So that's red. Yeah, sure looked like it. Possible. Captured. So I'm supposed to spring the traps then, but I can't do anything? I don't know what the access thing is doing. Yeah, this seems like a perfect Game Grumps episode. Oh, turn the light off, camera stopped. Oh no, they're going through the closet. I don't know what I'm doing. Except, like, looking at them. Is that all I'm supposed to do? Catch them? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing at all.
Do you really think we should be leaving them here alone?
Why not?
Oh, they're fine. There's a whole bunch of kids. They're fine. What could possibly happen?
Possibly go wrong.
Oh, no. Camera's online there. Is that a bad guy or a gorilla? What the heck? Okay, sure. Like, again, I have... So I have 3 buttons, right? This button selects... The A button selects the camera I'm using. The B button does nothing at all. The A button is what switches the axis. Do you see blinking there? Oh, so okay, so that's what I'm supposed to be doing then.
A lot of weird-looking dudes around here. I'm going in for a closer look. Radio silence till I get back.
Why is he camel painted in the house? Because I've done that a few times, right? So... What? Whoa! Nothing bad going on here. We now return to a very 80s moment. But the driveway is yellow then. Is that what you're supposed to do? I don't know. I'm so confused.
This is my cousin, Tony.
Ah, now I see why this game was banned and all this stuff.
Brother, Jeff.
Oh, not banned, but there was some trouble. That's a driveway, which is yellow. Guy with a gun there, and that's fine. I think he's a good guy. So, the bedroom is yellow. I'm in here then. I saw the thing jump up, but... I'm so confused.
Look, it was your job to protect Kelly and the rest of those girls. From what I've just seen, the place is being overrun.
I know, but what am I supposed to do? Protect? I'm just a guy with a camera.
Until you figure out how to do your job, you're dismissed. Breaking contact.
Oh no! Scap system disconnect. That is interesting. Cool, but I might switch to a different game. That is cheesy. So just the fact that I had, like, you know, full video of, well, topless, not topless, but they were certainly taking their shirts off. I think I have the composites thing on still. Yeah, adaptive. Off, please. Boy. Alright, does anyone have any other recommendations on games on the Sega CD? Yeah, you can look it up if you want, and I can go back to that, but gotta find some other, like, ooh, Pitfall to Mayan Adventure. I think there's a few other shooters. That's kind of what it feels like now. Ooh, Road Avenger. I gotta check that out. Road Avenger is a full motion, like, animation game where you're supposed to, like, think Dragon's Lair do, like, prompts, if you will. Very weird game, but yeah. Ooh, look at that. They stretched this thing out to full screen now.
Game creative staff. Wolf Team.
Wolf Team. I believe this is based on anime. Road Avenger. Yep, welcome Chris. We're playing Sega CD. The MiSTer. We're gonna play Road Avenger now. We just played Night Trap and did not go so well. I promise, once the Saturn core is off of this, I'll stream Sega Saturn on it. Yeah, I've been all night. Everyone knows Nintendo's superior, Chris, but you know. Okay, let's play Road Avenger. I think you're just pushing the prompt for this one. Is Virtua Fighter on this one? I don't know. Config mode. Level. Normal. Left, right, turbo, brake, turbo. So, turbo, brake, okay. Go, Road Avenger! Basically gotta push the prompts as they happen, otherwise you fail. I pushed the prompt, but thank you very much. It's fine. I'll buff right out. But hold it. Yep, I gotta hold it. These physics do not seem probable. Wrong button. Oh, brake. I did it. These physics seem improbable. Turbo! Woo! Turbo boost! Whoa! It's cool, but it's not what I would call like a cool game. If I bought this, like, yeah, neat, but how long are you going to play this? I guess you can play through it and... Whoa, yeah, let's run those people over. This seems highly improbable. This feels like a Naked Gun movie intro or something, or the Police Squad. Oh. Ah, you're right. That's probably what would happen nearly immediately. Oh wow, it's all the way back here. So I look at the chat more, but I gotta focus on this one. This is really like tight timing. You just learn what the prompts are, I guess, more than anything. fly through the store, no problem. Brake. I know what we're doing. Whee! Use turbo boost. Wow. This is a game in the simplest sense, I suppose. Cool, I guess, but... And if you bought this and then... You played it and that was it. You can't do too many turbo boosts, that's not cool. Yeah! Basically looks like Dragon's Lair of driving games, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. You just use left, right, A and B, and that's it. And... yeah. That's it. Now we're in a tunnel! You just slow down a little bit. No, full speed all the time. Oh. Nice. Like a Mad Max style thing going on now. Whoa! It's like the turns don't even seem realistic. There's 90 degrees turns everywhere. Turbo! Yeah, it's just, you know, it's just button press the game. Getting the hang of it now, but it's... Oops, that's the boost. Turbo. That's the brake. Turbo! I don't know if there's an outrun on here. Let's check it, because, yeah, this is awesome. I mean, it's repetitive. It's over and over. I don't know if there's an outrun on this. Let's check. I kind of doubt it. Yeah, I don't think so. Puffle Mail is a really good one, but it's kind of like a long... Got a lot of, like, cinematics and stuff, but, I think something that's like... Mortal Kombat. There's Mega Race on here. I will have to do Mega Race. That's just too classic. I think I'll play Fire Knight. It's funny, I mentioned it many times, if you're playing like this, you're swapping games left and right. When you bought a game when I was a kid, that's the game you had, and you played it, and you played it. Subtitles, please. And, you know, you couldn't just swap to the next game. It was Cryo, that's right. Mega Drive, or Mega Race was released on many different things, I believe. Fire Knight is a shooter or something else. There's one of the shooters on here that I played that looks like a Star Fox thing. Maybe that was it. Mega Race is another one that's a roll video in the background that your character's just on top of, basically, so... First time I played Mega Race was my friend Packard Bell. Yeah. It was, my friend Packard Bell came with this pre-packed, his 50 megahertz 486 had this. That was my really only exposure of it. I do have a loose CD of it now, actually, for PC. But yeah, I think it was released on a lot of these CD-based consoles. Then, of course, this here being Mega CD means Mega Race, right? We're all looking to get into Lance Boyle talking, that's what it comes down to. There's so much like CGI in this. So over the top. If you're not familiar, basically like a contestant in a game show, driving to the death, and yeah. Most, above all, I can't remember the actor's name, that does the TV presenter Lance Boyle. Is so over the top. That's where this came from. That's... There we go. Quietly, I turn up a little bit.
That's right. You better be ready
to Mega Race. Haha, title screen, take a drink.
And here's your mega host, Lance Boyle. Welcome to Mega Race, the action show where violence only happens.
Oh, I remember thinking, like, watching this CGI and video stuff on a computer at then 4:6 era seemed like just like magic. Oh, it's all multimedia. Oh my goodness.
You know, like the ones those punk speed gangs drive on the freeways. Those guys really think they rule the road, right?
That's what it comes down to, is his performance here is what made this game.
You know what I mean? And you know something else? You were absolutely right.
The actual gameplay is middling at best, so I'll try Fire Night after this. So did anyone look up the Night Trap thing? I'm not sure I'm going to play it more, but I'm just curious. I'll look it up myself after stream otherwise. I'm just like, what the heck are you supposed to do?
We'll give you the car. You don't want to get arrested for taking the law into your own hands. Not a problem. You know why? Because it ain't real. It's a whole lot better than real, baby. It's virtual television. Reality's white nightmare.
Like, he commits to this bet.
Our chosen candidate, and everybody with a death wish, is free to apply, including men and women of either sex. Our candidate, who we call the Enforcer.
The Enforcer! Yeah, he just commits to this 100%, which makes his game.
Because it's all happening right here on BWBT, where the cops move over and the Enforcer takes over. We have
so much video.
In 5 totally different
okay, can I... Please wait. Like, I want to try and game a little bit. Yeah, that's what I feel like. A lot of the stuff that was on Sega CD definitely made it to other platforms.
Possibly the world's most sophisticated city, where only the loveliest people spend money in a fully sealed environment, protected from outside reality. I think you'll enjoy the BW.
Alright, I just want to show the actual game, because it is... if I remember right, it's not that much of a game in that sense. Like, yeah, it's, you know, it's a car game, but, There's a lot of exclusives on here, too. Things like, okay, we gotta pick the car. Compressed audio much? And loading times. Ooh, look at all that CGI. Yeah. So much. I mean, clearly the... Oh, it's loud. Sorry. Turn it down. Well, yeah, I mean, you're right, Chris. What I'm doing is I'm playing on the MiSTer, which doesn't have... this is not my computer streaming. It's just the... Turn that. This is what really... That's clipping. Alright, so how do I actually play? Start. There we go. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of emulation options. What I'm waiting for, the idea with the MiSTer is that it basically hardware replicates the thing you're replicating, if you will. So, in the case of Saturn, whenever a core comes up for it, it will be like playing on a real, you're right, it calls for action cam. This is the game! Whee! I don't know what the buttons do. That's... Yeah, that was the music was real loud there. Let me see if I can turn it up more. It was just the music in that in between cutscene, I think, that was really bad. And this is the game. You just kind of drive on this... pre-recorded thing, and that's it. That's it. This is the game. I'm not sure what you mean by with that, Chris, there, as far as like the MiSTer, because I mean the whole idea with the MiSTer is that, you know, it's a one-stop shop emulation device and the race, and that was it. That was the game.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know why the music in between there was so loud. Hey, right, the mic arm, the microphone arm is what's in the way, and I gotta figure out a better solution for that, because, like, I gotta have it somewhere. As you can see, there's a lot of junk here. There's nowhere else I can really mount it right now. I'm hoping to get some kind of thing that hangs down or something like that eventually. Alright, let's try a different game, because this isn't very exciting to actually play. So we'll try Fahrenheit then. Dune is really good on here. It's a 32X game though. It may not load. If it's expecting a 32X, that is not emulated. This is a Sega CD 32X game. Then it may not load or run, because 32X is not emulated on here. A true video game, huh? That's pretty epic. Oh my, is that this Jurassic Park font? Oh, so it's a fire rescue game of some variety. It's 100% FMV, huh?
Hey, I've been expecting you. Glad to have you aboard. With you in a second. Everything you've heard about Station 13 is true. We've got the busiest company in town. This is where you'll earn your
Yeah, at least they managed to blow it up fully without, like, you know, looks decent.
Right in time. You know, you're pretty good for a rookie. I saw the paper
Thanks.
last week. You
Your approval means a lot to me.
first time out. We're starting you off in my old job, rescue specialist. Come on, I'll introduce you to the rest of the company.
I don't have an epic enough mustache to hang out with these guys.
Hey, you looking for a new career? He is.
Yeah, I mean, not wrong as far as it's really stretched.
I'll take a piece of that action. Hey kid, you want to get in on this? Oh, sorry, I almost forgot. Everybody, this is a new rescue.
Got it. Start gaming this. I'm almost done with the FMV stuff now because it's so drawn out. No, that's clipping. The audio is like, let me do this. Let's see, it is Alt F12.
What's the story? My daughter might be in there. Car is there, but I don't see her anywhere. Oh God, you gotta find her. You heard him, boys and girls. There may be someone in there. It's time to shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Yeah, sorry, I don't remember the key combination. There's a way to get to the main. Oh, I see. So you gotta, like, pick things to do here. That's all FMV, huh? I mean, it's cool, but...
This is no time to catch up on soaps. Keep going.
Cheesy much?
Damn, a kerosene heater. You want me to get rid of this? Make up your mind. Now. I don't know what they taught you at the academy, but I'm taking it.
I was trying to say yes, but I couldn't. Wow. Alright. Oh, it's an FMV game, alright. I know where I'm going.
Looks like the fire's been moving through the walls.
Well, it looks like it's blowing up on the full screen, but, I mean, I know it, you know, doesn't look great, but could be worse. I don't know how they filmed this. The compression of the video is not great, though, to say the least. I don't know.
Watch your time, guys. Those air tanks don't last forever.
Thanks. Would they be just walking around the building like that? I mean, yeah.
Here we go again.
Don't know where I'm going.
Guys, over there. There's sparks flying all over the neighbor's roof. Yeah, we got it, Chief.
Goodness, like, yeah, I just pushing the buttons. That's all. And it's like showcasing the CD media, but yeah.
Ooh, that's gas. That sticky's not even cooking. We gotta shut this off. The shut-off valve must be around here someplace.
They're being very casual about this. Look for snacks in the pantry.
It's jammed. I'm gonna need your help. Which one do you think it is? Pick one.
Whoops.
Good morning. You all right? Don't worry. The rescue specialist will be just fine. Never try and second-guess yourself. Next time there might not be somebody there to pull you out.
Hey kid, don't worry, we got the girl out.
Oh, there was no... Cool game. Let's find an actual game. That was a neat concept, but that was very, very FMV, which I guess is the whole point, but... let's see, I don't think there's any Virtua on here at all. Nope. Wheel of Time. Yay! Tomcat Alley, Time Cop. Time Cop. Oh my. Actually, Terminator is actually pretty good, and I think it has a fully recorded rock soundtrack from Tommy Tallarico. The game itself is kind of but cool soundtrack. If you guys have a specific request on a game, let me know. We can hop to maybe one more game and then probably time to call it. It's like you can explore this library for a long time, but easy to get lost. Because that's the thing, you get stuck in one of those FMV games and then you're like Fahrenheit, which is a cool concept, but it's the same game over and over, like pushing the buttons. A game that probably belongs on a CDI. Bet those robots are bad. If it plays a theme song, I'm sure I'm gonna get a copyright mark on this video, but... Robots are bad, got it. There we go. Get some nice 2D sprites here. With the music. Yep. Must go watch Terminator 2 again. All I can think of when I hear this music. The Mega Race, excuse me, Mega Race audio really threw me off there because it was so clipping and loud there. Telling you, audio on the streaming is the difficulty medium. Can we change super? No, we'll go to easy. I think you start in the future on this one. See the resolution switching all the time in the top right corner. Again, it's just the MiSTer telling me what resolution is running, which is helpful. You can disable it, but it's helpful when you're playing to know what it's doing, so. Loading. There's a loading light on there. Yep, that's... Arnie! Arnie exploded! I feel like this feels like and looks like an Amiga game. Much smoother. Otherwise, pretty, standard, generic. Except for that rockin' music. That was very loud. Whoops, fell. Hello. Boy, there's one wailing guitar and everything. I can't shoot very fast. That's cool, but pretty generic. calories as a super soldier. You can get shot in the face over and over. No problem. I assume you're playing as calories. Health, weapons, please. Thank you. Let's try this, because the cool thing is with... oh, that's not any cheats, dang it. So it downloads a cheat database too for all the games, and if they basically do the... it's like a Game Genie that manipulates memory, right? And that has built-in... It has a built-in database in a lot of games. Apparently no one deemed to put in cheats for this game. Fine. I don't want to cheat anyway. I want to play real. What is this? Loud. But yeah, I think, again, the soundtrack is all Tommy Tallarico. He's done tons of music, so I think now he's attached to, like, one of those new, like, Atari projects, or which one was it? I can't remember. High-profile person in the video game and music industry. Yep, this is pretty generic. Boy, you can just take so many shots. I can't do anything except just shoot and jump. When I have a grenade, then that's pretty much it. The animations are really smooth. The game was better in itself, that'd be cool, but nice visuals. Ooh, armor. Nice. Is it gonna loop the audio now? There we go, I got a machine gun. Oh, oh, oh. Now I have a machine gun. Yep, same thing over and over. Guess there are worse games, but very generic. I mean, they don't really need a resistance, because, I mean, he's just a freaking one-man army here now, but... Just knocking out Terminators left and right, no problem. Take that. Oh, he just ran me over. Dang it. Much for that. Oh no, they discovered humans' weakness. Heavy metal objects. Good grief. Apparently I need the grenade for that one there. Like I mentioned before, it's like, imagine getting this game and that's what you had. I mean, there's certainly worse games, I suppose, but I can't jump over him. I want to kind of beat the stage and then call it, I think. Anyone have any other last-minute requests here on any games that you should check out? So the Sega CD library is a little less known, so I had to look up a whole bunch of these, so... Exit! Yay! Mission completed. Well, it plays alright, but again, super generic. It's not exactly, super exciting. You get a little video too? Oh, absolutely. You gotta have video in between too. That, I feel that when I was playing PC games in this era, it was almost a reward. Playing things, you know, Command & Conquer, things like that. The reward was the CGI cutscene in between, driving the story and seeing cool stuff. Although here it's more like a GIF slideshow from the 90s. Remember those? You could download like a little GIF or like a little video, and it felt so cool. But that's really slow. And also the audio is real different. Like the game music itself, the music was super loud. Oh wow. Go Tallarico. That's a wall. The music is writing checks this game cannot cash. I mean, really. I assume you get to the normal time too. I remember this music, I think I've heard it before. Remixes and stuff, but... yeah. It's good music, but that's about it, this game. Alright, I'm gonna keep going forever if I can just keep randomly finding games. If no one has any additional requests, can't think of any other games to check out, because there's plenty of them here. I will again say, you know, the MiSTer, great device. Action cam. So an awesome device, so much fun to use, and it has everything on here. Besides this, what we just explored tonight, then, you know, you can play all the other stuff too. Genesis itself, SNES, NES, Atari, all the original consoles, and then a lot of arcade games too, which I actually just bought this guy, which is one of these small arcade sticks for the Switch, and it's like 40 bucks something. It's not the greatest arcade stick, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot of fun to play the arcade games on here, and like, you know, Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo with this instead. It plays almost like a NES Advantage, if that makes sense. It has actual micro switches in here. And, okay, clicking. But this made it a lot of fun to play those arcade-style games on console, but also arcade games that are on the MiSTer. But the MiSTer is an awesome platform. There's so many things going for it, and new things are coming out all the time. Because the Mortal Kombat is on the horizon, it sounds like, in a few weeks. A Link's Core, then the Saturn, and PlayStation 1, I think it's going to be huge. I think they just featured it in a huge article on The Verge today, actually, so it's starting to get mainstream appeal, too. Love the platform, but... anyway, it's getting real late, I realized, too. I've streamed for a long time, so... probably go back to PC next week, but it's just fun to divert and go to console a little bit, so... I'm going to call it there while you get to watch the Sega CD thing flinging around all for dear life. So, thanks everyone for watching tonight. I'll see you guys in another week, and we'll be back on PC that time, I think. So, have a good one. Good night. Oh, where's the button? There it is.